but it's Pee Wee Herman that's saying, "Hey guys, it's me, Pee Wee, and I'm here to talk to you about something really bad today. It's crack cocaine. You shouldn't take it. It's not good for you, 'cause it can kill you." Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. But now, chat, we're going to go ahead and move on to the questions. And I got a lot of questions this week. Might even check to see if we got anything at the last minute. I don't believe so. I think I got everybody's questions in here. I think we're good. Yes. Yes, I got them, chat. Probably have over 20 today. So thank you for everyone who submitted questions. And thank you for being either Revanite or Juicy Gangster subscribers. Always feel free, if you haven't subscribed to my Patreon channel, always feel free to give me any, feedback, or if you have any questions or concerns or whatever, please go ahead and message me. I like to read everything, chat. I may not respond, within, of that hour of that day, but I have read these things, so please feel free to send that my way. But now, chat, let's go ahead and start with the first question submitted. But I'm gonna read these in the order at which I received them, chat. Okay. So at the top, we got Thomas Leaf, Ace Rock, the Body Rock, Don't Stop. He's too busy to be here, chat. Being a lawyer, whatever, and being an Ace Rock. Oh, there he is. You've been busy, being a lawyer today. Oh, God, he's here. Maybe he didn't hear that. Oh, Lord, I literally just logged in. We were talking about you before. I was like, where is he? He's like busy. He's too busy to be. Is he too busy being a lawyer and a dad to watch me? Come on now. No, welcome back, good sir. Oh no, my car died and just got home. Oh shit, now I feel worse. How dare he have life? How dare he have a life, Jet? Ace Rock. Oh man, I was dealing with some car issues the other day too. My car died and just got home. Ah shit, man. Did you get like a jump from somebody? Someone give you a jump? Nah, man, this totally made up for. Okay, good. Good. I'm so sorry to hear that. How's the car? Did you get home? Did it get towed? Had to be towed? Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. What do you think it is, man? Is it the battery? If it's the battery, then you can just replace the battery. Gotta take an Uber home? Okay. Like, if it's the battery, then that won't be too bad. I mean, that sets you, back $200, which sucks. I know. I have no idea. It's not the battery. Oh, shit. Oh, something else. I am so sorry about that, man. Chat, can we get some Mr. Evan Yates, Mr. Evan Heights for Ace Rock right now? The Body Rock, Don't Stop. Not only busy being a lawyer and a dad, chat, but also dealing with car troubles, which I can relate to. I cannot relate to being a lawyer or being a father, but I can relate to car troubles, and that is always a huge pain in the ass. Loco, Chris and chat stopping by to say, Loco, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you want to stick around, please do so. If not, but it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I hope it wasn't like didn't like stop in the middle of the highway or you endanger yourself or anything. But yeah, let's send some goodwill to Ace Rock because that shit really, really sucks. I dealt with something recently, chat. I had to get my tire. I had a bad tire. It would have exploded if I was on the highway. So I understand that, good sir. Oh, shit, I'm sorry, man. Well, you know what? The least I can do, other than send some goodwill to you, some good, some wishes, some well wishes, of course, I can read your questions. I can give you what you deserve, good sir, which is provide you with a thick, girthy, well-endowed answer. No, I stopped on the way home around 7:30 to grab dinner, and when I got back, wouldn't turn over. Okay, wouldn't turn on. Okay. Well, wasn't good on in the highway or nothing. Gotcha. But I'm going to provide you with that, man. I'm going to give you the girthiness of this answer to your question. Here's Tommy Lee's question, chat. Sometimes games give you a companion pet to roll with you through the game. Who or what was your favorite in-game companion animal or robot? I feel like for me, when I think of companion animal, my mind always instantly jumps to dog. man's best friend, chat. You know, we often heard that phrase before. And the one that I always kind of gravitate towards is Dogmeat from the Fallout franchise, chat. And Dogmeat's been in, like, I think most of the Fallout games from the original ones. Kind of the top-down isometrical-looking Fallouts, chat. Or, you know, the point-and-click RPGs. And then, obviously, in Fallout 3, and I think maybe even in New Vegas, I want to say. But I distinctly remember Dogmeat from Fallout 4, chat. And, they gave him more of a personality. Where, you know, when he's one of the first things you come across in the Wasteland, chat. He's super friendly. You can fucking pet him here. He's a German Shepherd, chat. He's so fluffy and cute. He can find objects for you and give you ammo. You can, like, literally go, like, Dogmeat, I'm gonna set you on Ammo Finder, and he'll find, like, ammo for you, chat. He'll find you shotgun shells and, you know, assault rifle, you know, bullets and shit. It's like, oh, this is great. And he has his own little quest line, chat, with his previous owner who died horrifically. And they, like, mocap the dog. Sadly, I think Dogmeat, the mocap dog for Dogmeat, and also did the voice of him, he passed away. That dog actually, I think, sadly died this year. I think it was, like, a story on... It actually was recent. I don't want to say it's, like, within the last couple of months. And you can use Dogmeat as a fucking pack mule, Chad. Like, okay, I'm over encumbered, and you so often get over encumbered in the Fallout games, shit, especially Fallout 4, just picking up random shit, nails and baseballs and teddy bears and alarm clocks. Like, am I gonna use this for anything? I don't fucking know. But you gotta go ahead and you gotta he'll take it. He's like, I will take your nails and baseballs and teddy bears and alarm clocks. Wonderful human who I love unconditionally. I'm like, hell yeah. Ramen Hibachi, welcome to stream. What are your thoughts on the Mafia franchise? I'll tell you in a second. Soldier Blue, thank you for getting a sub to Loco. Appreciate that. That's okay. Look at all the generosity chat. Got Ramen in here. You got Soldier Blue getting a sub to Loco. Thank you. But I'm gonna put a pin in your question for a second, Robin. Just want to finish this one up right now. But Dogmeat is high on my list for just companion animal characters. I feel like the other one, Ace Rock Baby, gifting a sub to RJA. Appreciate that, good sir. Thank you. You're so generous. Oh, but other than Dogmeat, I mean, is it cheating when I go to Pokemon, though? Because, I mean, those are, you know, little pocket monster companion characters. Famously, like in the anime, you got Pikachu, who's kind of the representative Pokemon of that entire franchise, chat. You know, Pikachu, all that shit. You know, Ash's Pokemon has been with him since the fucking beginning, chat. Even though they hate each other, but then they ended up falling in love with each other after they almost fucking died on, you know, to Vermilion City. They almost died, chat. It would have been horrible. Thank you so much. And Ramen Hibachi, thank you for subscribing as well. I'll read your comment in a second, man. I've got some thoughts on Mafia franchise. I'll tell you in a second. But if I can do Pokemon, I mean, there's so many Pokemon, so many generations. I'm a Gen 1, Gen 2 kid. Thunderlee, thank you for the 10 minutes. My heart's a pitter-pattern. Appreciate that. But, yeah, I mean, okay, starters, simple starters, chat. Gen 1, I'm a Bulbasaur kind of guy. I love Bulbasaur, chat. My little onion turtle, Bulbasaur, I love his voice. He sounds like a smoker. It's like, what if you took, like, someone who sounds like this? Like your great aunt who's been smoking, like, 2 packs a day for, you know, since she was 12 years old. You know, it's like, there's obviously that she has, like, throat cancer. She's like, I don't care. I'm going to keep puffing away. But what if we made it like, you dropped a couple octaves, yeah, it's like, Bulbasaur. That's what it is. And so I love Bulbasaur, chat, because he's like your great aunt. He or she, because it could be a female Bulbasaur. Your great aunt who lives in New York, and she's like 85, but she looks like 100 because she's just been smoking those packs of cigarettes for years. So that's why I love Bulbasaur. I love him. He's my favorite Gen 1 starter. Now, Gen 2 starter, chat, I'm all about that Totodile. He's a little fucking crocodile alligator, and he walks on his his hind legs and stuff, and he's adorable. He's a great water Pokemon, chat. Great starter for that. And then some of the other Pokemon, like in Gen 1, I love Sandshrew, little ground type Pokemon. He's so cute. He's like this little chubby armadillo, and then he grows into like a really mean looking armadillo. But I love you because he's so chubby and cute. I've always been a big Sandshrew guy. I'm trying to think of like another Gen 2 Pokemon that I've always like really had a affection for. Oh, Hoot, who turns into Noctowl, chat. Always loved that. Great flying type, chat. Like, I'm trying to think, like, what was my Gen 1 team? If I remember correctly, my Gen 1 team was Bulbasaur, like, you know, the evolutions like Venusaur, Sandshrew, Sandslash. I believe. Oh God, who was like one of my other? I think I had Pharaoh. I had Pharaoh. That was one of mine. I think Gyarados was one. Alakazam was one. I think maybe Gengar. I was always a big Haunter the Gengar guy. Sometimes Pinsir. I would have like maybe a bug Pokemon. I had Pinsir in there too. Gen 2, I'm trying to remember. Definitely had Heracross. Always loved Heracross a lot. Bug fighting type. Oh shit. See, I'm trying to remember. I think I had a Scizor too at one time. I think I had a Scizor, chat. Yeah. And what was another? Did I have like one of the, I think I had that electric sheep Pokemon, the evolution of that electric sheep Pokemon. Magikarp. Magikarp's great. Magikarp's great because he's like this dumb fucking fish and he's like adorable and they eat him constantly in the Pokemon anime and the games. But then he grows into Gyarados and he's fucking horrifying. He's one of those powerful Pokemon in the series, chat. So that's it. Amphanomnorse. I don't know how to say his name. Oh, Dragonite's awesome too. There are so many awesome Pokemon. Again, Gen 1, Gen 2, that's like the best Pokemon. Like, you know, I don't know about those other gens. Gen 3, I was like, I don't fucking know. I know they got a lamp. They have a chandelier Pokemon. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And one's like a sword and one's a shield now. I'm like, what? Huh? Mudkip's cute. Mudkip's pretty cute. That's one of those Gen 3 Pokemon, right? Yeah. Huh. I know some of the Gen 3 and Gen 4 ones. They got a little fire monkey. He's kind of cute. But yeah, for me, I love Bulbasaur. I love Sandshrew. Those are they're just so cute. I think they're adorable, chat. My little onion turtle and my little dirt armadillo. They're adorable. And then another one, she had a deep cut, although some of you Final Fantasy fans might like this, chat. Interceptor, who is in Final Fantasy VI, who is the animal companion, not to you, although he can be used in combat, but to the character of Shadow, who is a ninja who joins your band of heroes, chat, to defeat the villainous Kefka. But an Interceptor can be used like in combat. And he's only loyal to Shadow, though you can, I think, befriend Interceptor later on in the game. I'm pretty sure you can. But he's so goddamn loyal to that guy. And I always loved Interceptor because he was very powerful in combat, from what I recall, all those years ago when I played that game. But those are some of my, now in terms of like, I mean, and we're not going like, if we're going like robots. I'm trying to think of like a robot character that I really cared about. I was like, oh, this is my guy. I think, what was the Titan, in Titanfall 2, they had a single player campaign. I think his name was BD, right? His name was BD. That was very emotional, Chad. That had a lot of Iron Giant vibes to it. BD from Titanfall 2, excellent. Really fucking loved BD. Oh yeah, Rush, that's cool. Yeah, from Mega Man, Chad, definitely Rush. Yeah, no doubt about that. Really nice. Nom 1K watcher finally. If I had 1,000 people watching me right now, I'd be fucking blown away. Holy shit. I never had 1,000 in my channel, but hopefully one day, chat, we will. Oh yeah, Clank. Oh, Clank's another great one. Yeah, gee, I can't believe I forgot about that one, chat. Shit, definitely Clank. I think I focused more on like animal buddies, animal companions, but you guys just give someone good ones here. I like that. Yeah, definitely Rush for Mega Man, very competent. Clank for Ratchet, that's up there. You know, I guess you could say Daxter for Jack and Daxter 2. You know, little animal companion buddy. That's true. Only Realm could warm up to Interceptor. Is that what it was? Okay. Okay, I was trying to remember who else warms up to Interceptor, so that's what it is. Thank you. Vandy coming in there with the Final Fantasy VI facts. This is a Final Fantasy expert we got here, chat. A lore master, if you will. Vanny, I bequeath the title of Final Fantasy lore master to you. There are a number of lore masters on my stream. We got Shockwave N7. He appears occasionally. He's a Mass Effect lore master, chat. Good times here. Yeah, the turtle from Slug. Oh, yeah, the turtle. Yeah, what's his name? Oh, God, what the fuck's the turtle's name? That's right. That's, you got to have your Italian weasel buddy with you. Yep. I gave him a mention. You got some good ones in here, Chet. Butterfly and Spyro. See, I'm not familiar with the Spyro franchise, so I don't know. BT, that's it. Not BD. BT. BT from Titanfall is awesome. That's what it is. BT. Thank you. BT's fucking great. I love major Iron Giant vibes with him. He does a whole goddamn, like, Superman moments. Like, get your ass out of here. I'll die for you. Oh, my God, no. Lugia. Oh, yeah, Ho-Oh and Lugia. That's right. That's right. Excellent Pokemon. There's so many great Pokemon, chat. I love it. Charizard is a dick. I like Blastoise, baby GGG. I think all the Gen 1 starters are really cool. I like Charmander. I like Squirtle. I like, Bulbasaur. Gen 2. I've always Totodile, that was cool. I don't really like Chickadee, whatever the hell her name was, the little green one. She looked like a thumb that was just painted green. Cyndaquil, I respect. I think Cyndaquil's fine. Yeah. Squirtle. Naya Brownie, hey, wait a minute. Start the stream over. Welcome back, Naya Brownie. We got me Noi in here today. It was awesome. A pleasure to have you here. Vanny Sears will accept the title of Final Fantasy Lore Master. Excellent. Oh, so hi. Hi, Naya Brownie. Hard hands. How you doing today? Do it over. I can't. Maybe we'll get to another hype train. Maybe we'll get me Noi in here again. It'll be fun. But I'm just talking about my favorite animal or robot companions in video games. Got some other great feedback from other people. I picked Dogmeat from Fallout 4, some Pokemon, Bulbasaur, Sandshrew from Gen 1, and definitely Totodile from Gen 2. That's big for me. And Interceptor from Final Fantasy 6. We've had some other great picks tonight here, too. It's crazy going to be Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. That's right, in November, releasing that new one, January. I think I'm going to play a Pokemon game, chat, sometime in January or February. I know I owe you Sword and Shield. I got to play that one. Maybe I might check that one out, too. Maybe, it's like Brilliant Diamond or Brilliant Pearl or something. You know, they always have the two different versions of the games with small, subtle differences to them. So that might be fun. But I was asked a question before. It was from a new subscriber and follower, chat, Ramen Hibachi. You asked me what my opinion is on the Mafia franchise. I played the original Mafia way back in the day. Like, it was on the PS2 or Xbox, right? Like, the original. I know they did a remaster of it or a remake of it recently, which came out. I don't know how that was received, but I remember the first Mafia being, like, it was fine. I liked it okay. It was around that, it came out during that time, chat, where everyone wanted, we need a GTA. We need our own GTA, and everyone was trying to do that. And I remember it took place, like, in the 1930s, which I thought was cool. And I think when I was playing at the time, I was also, like, that was my first time watching the Godfather movies. Godfather 1 and 2 and 3. And a lot of other mob movies at that time. I was like, oh, this is cool. Mafia 2 is excellent. I think Mafia 2 is a super underrated title from the Xbox 360, PS3 generation. And I guess you can play it on the other, it's backwards compatible and stuff. Mafia 2 is really good. And it just felt like a more refined version, a better version of the original Mafia. Mafia 3 was interesting. Well, I really like the premise of Mafia 3, that it takes place in, like, 1960s or 70s, like, southern United States, kind of like New Orleans, if you will. You play a black man who's coming home from the war and from Vietnam. I think it's Vietnam, right? And you're trying to eventually take over so a tragic event happens in your life. I don't want to spoil it for the game for anybody. Tragic thing happens in your life, and eventually you put together this crime syndicate with even some of the characters from the original Mafia 2, which is pretty cool. And the thing that I just disliked about that game, it had a lot of bugs at the time, and I found it just super repetitive. I just didn't like the mission structure all that much. But I love the premise of it a lot. And I'm hoping that, I'm guessing we'll get another Mafia game sometime in the future. That took place, I feel like, in the 60s, so maybe it'd be interesting to do, like, a 70s or 80s Mafia. That's what I would like to see personally, chat. But yeah, I think Mafia 2 is great. That's of all the games that have come out in that franchise, Mafia 2 was the best one for me. Yes. Let's see what else you got. I'm just scrolling, chat. I'm scrolling. Play was 3. I want Max Payne 4 too. Campaign 89. Welcome to stream, by the way. I would love that. I'm a huge fan of Max Payne 3. That game, again, underrated. It stole liberally from Man on Fire. I mean, it is Man on Fire, the game, but I still love it. So much fun. Great story. Brought back the original actor too to play Max Payne. But now, chat, I think that was that your only question, Thomas Ace Rock? I think it was. I believe that was your only question. Let me double check just to make sure. Though I think it was. It was. But thank you for submitting that question, good sir. It was funny. Look at all the conversation it inspired among us. I love it. Gator Chris, BioCrit. Now, if they had BioCrit in that game, that'd be good. BioCrit, love that. Spec Gator, chat. Gator good, Gator mean, but got Spec Gator. Spec Gator, goddammit. Nacho, move on from sleeves. Thank you, good sir, for being a Revanite subscriber. Really do appreciate that, all of your generosity. But now we're going to move on to M. Xavier's questions, chat. This is an interesting question. It took me a while to think about this. Like, I was like, you got me. You got me, M. Xavier. You got me thinking on this for a good long while. This is his first question. I was recently watching a streamer compare game studios publishers to rappers. One comparison they made was that Rockstar is the Kanye West of the game industry, which I'm interested in. Like, how is he comparing it? In what way? Is because Kanye West is Is he looked at by a lot of people as the greatest of all time? Is that kind of what it is? And Rockstar typically is like they're the 800-pound gorilla in the room, where Rockstar, when they make a game, it's always one of the best-selling games of all time. Is it in that way? I wonder if that's the case. But I know you don't know music. Absolutely true. But could you compare game studios, publishers to well-known movie or TV characters? I can do this. I think, you know what? And the first one that came to mind was CD Projekt Red, and I think of them as Anakin Skywalker, chat. And specifically in the moment where, in Revenge of the Sith, where Obi-Wan flips off of the lava platform onto the beach side and says, "It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!" And fucking, Anakin, CD Projekt Red's like, "You underestimate my power!" And it's like, basically Cyberpunk 2077. It's like, I have all this love from the fans for The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 3. They love us. There's no way anything bad could happen. And it does the flip, and then gets all the fucking limbs cut off because bugs, lies, manipulations, and everything falls down. And the fans are Obi-Wan Kenobi. And it's like, "You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you." And then CD Projekt Red's like, "I hate you." And that to me, Chad, is CD Projekt Red is now the Anakin Skywalker of the video game industry. They had such a sterling reputation. And now they just kind of shat it away. It's incredible to see. That's like, wow, this is so fascinating to just watch this happen so quickly. Like, if other developers, like, maybe it takes time, or publisher developers takes a little bit of time. Like BioWare, I think, is an example of a developer that has just kind of stumbled for years, and to the point where they have kind of a bad reputation. Even though back in the day, chat, they had this incredible reputation for making these robust RPGs, whether it be Star Wars, the Old Republic, or Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR, or Jade Empire, or the first Mass Effect, or Mass Effect 2, or the first Dragon Age Origins and stuff, or something before that with the Baldur's Gate series. They had a really good reputation, but it happened over time, their decline, like of Dragon Age 2 and. I love Mass Effect 3, but the ending, of course, and Anthem and all that bullshit. And that took time. But CD Projekt Red, they shat all that away in a year. It was fucking nuts to see. And so I definitely, and they've somehow have taken all this time to cobble together what is, Cyberpunk 2077, all these patches, all these fixes, chat, and it kind of come back as Darth Vader, this thing that's on a respirator. It can barely function on certain platforms, so. Definitely think of CD Projekt Red as Anakin Skywalker. You were the chosen one, and you were supposed to, improve the video game industry, not leave it in darkness, not lie to us, not mistreat your employees and with crunch. And I mean, just they outright lied about the game that it'll be playable on all these systems, and then it didn't. So to me, yeah, CD Projekt Red is Anakin Skywalker. EA, I thought, like, okay, I got to think. Let's think of some of the big publishers now. So EA, to me. EA is Steve Buscemi from 30 Rock, but he's the Steve Buscemi, "Hello, fellow kids." That's what EA represents, where EA, they try to make attempts to appeal to gamers, and we want to be more open with them. But then after they say that, they'll do something shitty, or they'll shut down 3 developers that everyone loved and fell in love with. Oh, they've abused the developer for years, or they have all these shitty monetization practices. They're that guy that comes here and it's like, "Hello, fellow kids. We here at EA have been listening to you all these years, and we're going to improve upon years of bad behavior." I'm just like, I just don't believe you. And so that, to me, that's what EA represents. Not exactly like a character, but like a meme, if you will. So definitely that. Steve Buscemi, "Hello, fellow kids" meme is EA. And the other one, just plain evil, just like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing because it's been working for me. And yeah, maybe it'll be the end of me. But I'm going to die doing what I love." And to me, Activision is Dick Jones from RoboCop, who's the evil corporate guy who gets shot at the end of the movie, goes out the fucking window, and who's doing all this nefarious stuff. To me, that's what Activision is. They're definitely fucking Dick Jones. Dick. Because they are a dick, chat. And they're not going to change. It's like, you know what we're all about, whatever. Maybe they are changing, chat, but they still have certain people at the head of the studios, or, at the head of you guys still got, Bobby Kotick running shit, even though I was like, well, I'll take a less of a bonus this year. It's like, okay. RD. First, hi. Good to see RD. Second, EA is a bunch of liars. Yes, exactly, man. That's what I always think. That's how I always think of them. Oh, EA, you expect to be greedy corporate scum. CBR held themselves out as being different and good and to their people, but turned out to be just as bad as everyone else. That's the case. Actually, it's just Donald Trump. Ramen, EA killed my Star Wars open world game. They killed a lot of Star Wars games. Yeah, what was I forget what because there was the visceral one, which was going to be it was called Ragtag. That was the code name for it, and it was going to be like about smugglers, this team of thieves or something. And there was that open world Star Wars game that got canned from that other developer at EA. So yeah, it sucks. Konami is just Satan. I wouldn't even know what Konami is like. Not even Satan. Konami, I'm trying to think of like is a god who is just aloof and is uninvolved, just like whatever. Like because Konami is not, unless you're a pachinko machine. Unless we could turn you into a pachinko machine, they just could give a shit less about the Metal Gear Solid property, or Silent Hill, or Castlevania. It's like other people can do some, but I am like. It's very hands-off, so they're like God in a way. Konami's kind of like God, where it's like, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. I put all this in the motion, but I ain't going to take the time to assist or make any changes, even though I have the power to do so. So yeah, Konami's like that in a way. just an all-knowing but uninvolved God. That's how I think of them. Bethesda, the Police Academy movies, just kind of tripping over themselves constantly. Bethesda Softworks, that is. Konami's better from the Futurama. You've called Hideo Kojima the Quentin Tarantino. He is the Quentin Tarantino of video games. In the best and worst ways possible. Yeah, chat. So those are for me. Those ones stuck out to me. CD Projekt Red is Anakin Skywalker. EA is Steve Buscemi, hello fellow kids. And Activision is Dick Jones from RoboCop. Just like, you know what I am. I'm a piece of shit. I've always made that clear. Why am I even pretending to be anything else? And so I was like, all right, fair enough. Yeah, there's that. Rockstar's turning into the new A. Well, I know that GTA Trilogy remasters have launched with some issues. At least that's what I've heard. Isn't it like it's been delisted and is unplayable on PC platforms? At least that's what I've read. But we have a GTA question, matter of fact, is related to GTA Definitive Edition. With the release of the GTA Definitive Edition, who is your favorite GTA character? For me, it's Big Smoke. When Big Smoke betrayed us, chat, I was very upset by that. Okay, he was like your brother. Okay, your brother from another mother, if you will. All right, and he was like your best friend. He always had your back. And I was like, God damn it, Big Smoke. Okay, we did that annoying fucking mission where we had to take out that opposing gang, what they call it, the Vespados or whatever, on that train, and that was a pain in the ass. Catch the train, CJ. Catch up to the train. And we got him. That was a huge fucking pain in the ass to deal with, chat. It was hard. Now I bring 90 smiles. And it was the worst, but we did it together. We did it with Big Smoke, chat. It was the hardest missions in the games, in the game. And when he eventually betrayed you, it was like, oh, I don't know. It wasn't the Ballers. It was the other one. It was the one it was the yellow guys who had the yellow bandanas. Like the Ballers had the purple, the Grove Street had green, and it was that kind of Latino gang. And I don't remember what their names are. Edgy Berserker, thank you for resubscribing. 22 months, only 2 months away from 2 years. Thank you, Edgy Berserker. Chat, please do check out Edgy Berserker's channel. Give her some support, follow, subscribe to her, donate to her. She's fantastic. Was the Azteca? Was it called the Azteca? I guess it was the Azteca then. I forgot their name. So the Aztecs, or the Azteca. Cool. Yeah, that's what you were chasing after on the train. But when fucking Big Smoke betrayed, I was like, no, he was so much fun. Like Ryder, you knew it right away. Like, fuck Ryder. Yeah, he treated you like shit. But Big Smoke took the time to be your friend. Ryder didn't care. That's when you killed Ryder, you didn't feel nothing. It's like, good. Blew him up on his ass on a boat. But when you went to Big Smoke's compound and he was so fucking high out of his goddamn mind, he didn't know what reality was. What was his last line? Is like, Big Smoke, they'll remember my name forever. But they didn't, Big Smoke. They didn't. CJ, I remember you forever, man. You were his friend and you fucking betrayed him. So Big Smoke is definitely a great character. I agree. I love Big Smoke. But for me, I have to say Tommy Vercetti. And I think Tommy Vercetti was a step in the right direction for a lot of GTO protagonists, because when you think of GTA 3, you had Claude, who is fucking boring. He has no, he's silent protagonist. He doesn't talk. Don't even call him Claude in the game. Funny enough, I don't know where the name actually came from, whether that was by fans or Rockstar eventually said, oh yeah, his name's Claude. But But Tommy Vercetti was great because, one, you bring in a big actor like Ray Liotta, famously played, gangsters and, obviously in Goodfellas and other movies, and gave Tommy some dimensions. And he felt like a evolution maybe of the Henry Hill character that Ray Liotta played, or even like Tony Montana's Scarface or something, because the game is very much inspired by Scarface and Goodfellas, where Tommy, he's smart, he's competent. I mean, he's ruthless, but he doesn't indulge in the same vices that eventually brought down Henry Hill and Tony Montana with drugs and things, where he's smart enough not to do that. And he wins. He fucking wins by the end of that game. And I kind of like playing a character who's just like, I got my shit together, okay? Yeah, I'm a criminal. I know what I am, but I know how to run this goddamn business and surround myself with competent people. So I've always liked Tommy Vercetti a lot. He's my favorite of the probably is my favorite of the main protagonists that you play as in the series. Other than that, I really enjoy Michael DeSanta because he's kind of interesting to me. I always wonder, because Michael, who is in GTA 5, he's one of the 3 protagonists you can play in that game. You can play as Michael, you can play as Trevor, you can play as Franklin. And they each represent a particular type of character in the franchise, protagonist in the franchise, where, you have Franklin, who is the prototypical coming up GTA protagonist. Trevor is the GTA protagonist that lost everything. And Michael is the one that won everything, that got his is like, hey, I did it. I got my crimes were successful. I got this in my family. But he's inevitably unhappy in his success, and he yearns for that lifestyle again. I really like that they examined the kind of post-crime life of a GTA protagonist. So I really like Michael. He was my favorite of the 3. I liked them all. I thought they were all very entertaining for their various reasons. But Michael, I thought was interesting to see this guy who won, but yet he's unhappy. I like that a lot. And probably my favorite villain in the franchise is from San Andreas. We mentioned Big Smoke. The franchise did eventually start to get like a lot of big name actors. Even from 3 that on they had. I think they had Joe Pantoliano play one of the introductory characters in that game, like Luigi, who runs like a brothel. But in GTA, like the main villain of that is Officer Tenpenny, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. I thought he did such a great job, chat. I really loved him when he fucking died. Like, I love that even when he's because I think isn't he like driving like a fire engine and it crashes over, like he careens over this fucking bridge, and it's your character CJ and like all the friends you made along the way. And you walk up to him, and he totally does like a Denzel Washington is like, King Kong ain't got shit on me. Fuck you. I'm better than you. And he knows like he's lost it, but he's lost everything, but he's still talking shit to you at the end of the day before you kill him. You shoot him in the face, Shep, putting an end to Officer Tenpenny's reign of terror, chap, being a buster. So I always like that. That was it for me. Michelle is the GTA protagonist that does the missions. Oh, Michelle. Who's Michelle? Michelle. I'm trying to remember. Michelle. I don't remember that. Michael's wife was a cheating. That's true. She was cheating on you. The whole family was shitty. I mean, he's shitty too. Yeah. She was cheating on with the yoga instructor, if I recall. Nico Bellic, cousin, you want to go bowling? Nico Bellic's pretty cool. Then again, GTA 4 was so much fun for me. I like Nico. I think I don't know if I'll ever play that game again, just because I just wasn't I don't know, that city to me, it was all gray and brown. I just remember not liking the color palette at all, and I just fucking hated a lot of the side characters. Roman was so annoying. I just really disliked him. So that one never really appealed to me. GTA 4. Like Nico I thought was fine. I don't know, I just didn't like the missions in that. There's like the only memorable mission in GTA 4, at least for me, was the bank heist. That was so cool, and which became a part of the GTA 5, where it's all round heist, which I thought was so interesting. So yeah, that's not. I mean, it's not an awful game or anything, but yeah, it's my least favorite. I'm right there with you, favorite. GTA 4 is my least favorite. Yeah, the colors are too mutant 4 plus. It was forget. Yeah, I didn't care for. Trevor Rage mission, especially when he killed the hips. Jesus Christ, he killed a lot of people. When Trevor fucking killed previous GTA protagonists, killed what's his name? Johnny Klebitz, right? And Johnny was high in meth. I remember that one. But yeah, for me, Tommy Vercetti, Michael DeSanta, and Officer Tenpenny are definitely some of my. You know what? The GTA 4 DLCs that were better. I thought excuse me, not the Gal. Combine the words of gay and ballad. The Ballad of Gay Tony. That was my favorite parts of GTA 4 because that's what I thought. Oh, they bring back the fun and the color of that. And I liked. What was the character you play as? Oh God, is it Jesus? What was his name? That GTA Prags you played in. That's true. Yeah, the character that you're talking about, the biker Devin, is Johnny Klebitz. But then that was the biker DLC, The Lost and the Damned. But I'm trying to remember the other fuck. But yeah, I know that I also really love Gay Tony. He was super fun. You help him run his nightclub. And those missions I thought were great. And all those DLCs intersect with the main story of GTA 4, which I thought was pretty interesting. Like when you play as Nico, I think you work with Johnny Klebitz. Johnny Klebitz worked with Nico, but the one guy you later play in the last. I'm gonna look up his name. I'm trying to remember his name off the top of my head. Luis, that's it, Luis. Like he was constantly fucking with Nico, which I thought was really funny. And you'd go on the missions later on trying to fuck with Nico. Like you inevitably steal the diamonds, and that one big after the big heister mission, I think you get those diamonds, and they're Luis is the one who steals them. So I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, like I said before, chat, top 3: Tommy Vercetti, Michael DeSanta, and Officer Tenpenny. There's a lot of other great characters in those games. Those are the ones that always stick out in my mind as being really cool. I would love to see, because there's those rumors about, it would make sense too, the next game, because GTA, the thing is, we went back to Liberty City in 4, which is the location of 3, and then I thought we were going, let's do Vice City, but they didn't. They went to San Andreas for 5, which is obviously based on San Andreas. I would love it if in the 6th one we go back to Vice City. I think it'd be really cool. I would love to see an older Tommy Vercetti just to see what his life is like. Now, they probably won't, because they're weird about their canon. So GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, and some of the other spin-off games all take place in the same world. Like you even see characters from 3 show up in San Andreas, and some Vice City characters show up in San Andreas too, and back and forth and such. That I think is neat. I would really love it if we went back to that world and saw Tommy Vercetti. I know that, and I think like 4 and 5 are in their own timeline. That's their own thing. So I would love it. Hopefully Tommy can swim if he's in next GTA. That'd be great. He just dies, or he dies that way. Maybe you got to kill Tommy Vercetti. Take it over. Push it to the limit, if you will, Chad. That's actually my answer to one of these upcoming questions. But here we go. Next question from M. Xavier. Are there any movies that you would like to see as a video game? So this is cool. So usually you always see, video games adapted to movie shit. But what if we get a movie that's adapted to a video game? And I think we've gotten some good ones over the years, thankfully. Like where, based on the Alien franchise, got a lot of Alien games. But hey, Alien Isolation I thought was excellent. But in terms of the ones that we haven't seen yet, or maybe they have gotten something, but they're forgettable, or people don't even know. One I think would be really cool. I'm not even the biggest fan of all these movies. Like I respect a couple of them, but I think the Conjuring series would work really well as some survival horror games, chat. Imagine playing maybe something similar to Phasmophobia, like maybe multiplayer centric, or just something like Silent Hill, but it just takes place in the Conjuring universe, and you're one of the Warrens, and you're doing one of your investigations or something into this world, and you're dealing with people like Annabelle or the Nun or whatever the other fucking monsters they have to battle in this series. Like, that would be cool to me, and it takes maybe like a Silent Hill vibe. So Conjuring would be behind my list, chat. I know that John Wick got a game, but it's kind of like a turn-based title. And I like turn-based combat, but for John Wick, I want something that's a little more fluid. So I think it would be really cool to get like a John Wick third-person shooter mixed martial arts game. So maybe combine the elements of something like Max Payne with the Batman Arkham series. I think that would be fucking awesome. That's what I would like, definitely. Or we're in the world of John Wick. Maybe we're not playing as John Wick, but we're within the world of John Wick. Dealing with the Continental, you're a new assassin on the rise, going to all these different locations. So maybe you got like a little bit of Hitman DNA, Batman DNA, and maybe that Max Payne DNA mixed in there. That would be really cool to me. Jay's looking forward to the Quiet Place game. That's true. Quiet Place game again. Who's that following me? Thank you so much. Be Careful 98. Thank you so much. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Nick. John Wick got his skin in Payday 2 and Watch Dogs Legion. So yeah, they have had John Wick in games or little small titles, but I want a proper John Wick title. They can do that. That'd be awesome to me. I would love that. Ooh, a Scream Telltale story game. I never thought about Windfire. That's a great fucking idea. Guess who the killer is? That would be awesome. I love that a lot. Nice. Vice City is the one that I haven't been given a more recent modern makeover. So I would love to get that, have a more modern makeover. Yeah, let's see what the Vice City of now is, Chad. We saw it in the 80s, but what is it like in the 2020s? It'd be really cool. And they would expand the map. They'd have a whole, it'd be like Florida, Chad. It would be Florida. We can deal with Florida Man in chat and gators. Oh, it'd be great. Hell yes. That'd be so amazing. But other than Conjuring John Wick, I thought it'd be really cool to maybe do something like asymmetrical multiplayer, like Cabin in the Woods. So the whole concept of Cabin in the Woods, chat, it's this whole scenario that's actually controlled by this organization that needs to sacrifice these kids who fit into a specific stereotype to these dark gods, basically. And I think it'd be really cool if you did an asymmetrical multiplayer game or maybe like a survival horde game where you play as these 5 characters, whoever they are. You have all these various abilities in this cabin. You got to defend the cabin, get all these resources. Then you have to withstand the horde or something. It could be all big. It could be so many different types of monsters. So it could be like in the movie, they could summon any of these things. Could be redneck zombie family. Could be merman. Could be the werewolf. Could be ghosts or anything like that. To me, would be really fun. And you never know what the scenario is going to be until they finally attack. So you go like, okay, shit. We need to get these resources, but only certain resources are good against certain creatures. So maybe you'll have to have, like, you have to be like really in sync of each other, get these resources so we can handle a werewolf attack, or get these resources so we can handle a redneck zombie family. To me, that would be really awesome. So you never know where you're going to have to fight against. The other team preps because they already know what they're going to appear as because that's what they're setting for the match. So I think that would be awesome. And it's like a take on Dead by Daylight. Or Dead by Daylight, their formula is it's asymmetrical multiplayer. You have one person as the killer, and you have 4 people who are the survivors, and you go around repairing generators until you escape. Like, my thing would be like, no, it's like a time thing. You have the matches 20 minutes or something. You go out into the environment, you grab these resources, and you bring them back to your cabin in the woods. You prepare for whatever this attack's going to be, and then these monsters come out and they attack you. I think that would be really neat. That's what I would like. Survival Horde Jurassic, that would be awesome. Survival Horde Jurassic Park. See, similar concept, I think that'd be awesome. No, I mean, Dino Crisis, right? No joke, I would love a John Constantine game, but not Keanu Reeves version. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. I want a L.A. Noir-style game for constantly you're finding out these mysteries to where you have to deal with the Lucifer or Nergal, and you can't fight them. Constantly sucks at hand-to-hand fighting, but you have to outsmart them and find ways to beat them in their own game, or maybe use magic and things. That'd be cool. I love something like that. Absolutely. So other than Conjuring John Wick, Cabin in the Woods, another one I feel like would be perfect for a video game adaptation, or at least you go into the world, but Inception. And I guess you could see like something like Control is very Inception inspired, where the rooms are all changing around and it's playing with reality and different, where the room is literally flipping, and you have those settings and scenarios and something like Control. But I feel like, yeah, going into like people's dreams, and you have to bypass like all these traps. I can kind of see that working like really well. So that would be big for me. Doctor Strange. I had a question a while ago. It's a previous class in the Glasscast, what Marvel characters I would want to have as games. Doctor Strange was always really high on my list. And I want like a magic-based character to get like the Marvel game treatment. That'd be nice. On the same level as something like Spider-Man 2018. That's where like Daredevil would be cool too. Yeah. Soul's version of something like Supernatural. That'd be interesting. Some good ideas here, chap. Trying to see a Chucky game. I don't know why they haven't done that one yet. I think he might be in. I would not be surprised if he's in Dead by Daylight one day. I think that's what would happen. That would be awesome. But those are the ones that I selected, chat. Yes. So in terms of movies I like to see become video games, Conjuring. Let's get some survival horror shenanigans in there. John Wick. Get a little bit of that Max Payne, Batman, Arkham, and Hitman vibe to it. Cabin in the Woods. Give me my asymmetrical, resource gatherer, kind of survive the horde in my little cabin here. That's what I want. Inception, kind of like a, straightforward, action adventure game, but you got to go into people's dreams and survive these scenarios and traps and stuff. And Leonardo DiCaprio will be there to guide you, chat. That's what I would want. I think that'd be fun. But moving on from M, I think those are M. Xavier's questions. Thank you so much, M. Xavier, for submitting them. I do appreciate that, good sir. Thank you for being a Revanite subscriber. We're now going to move on to Thunderly Graves questions, chat, starting with question 1. I'm a person who likes third-party songs and films. I thought movies like Fear Street made good use of some songs, especially in 1978. If you can name one scene that you enjoyed from a movie that used a third-party song perfectly, you don't have to name the song itself. That's fine. I looked up some of the song names, chat. And I referenced this earlier in an answer. I think we were talking about GTA Vice City. But Push It to the Limit for Scarface, chat. What a great goddamn song for the moment. This is the montage scene when fucking Tony Montana, he's killed his previous employer, chat, and he's working for that, Colombian drug lord, and they're living it up, chat, in 1980s Miami, chat, indulging in their vices and hubris, chat, drinking, eating, snorting as much coke as they could possibly get, buying expensive shit, buying a mansion, buying cars, buying tigers, buying even more coke to snort up your nose. I mean, that Pushed It to the Limit. I mean, so good. That was perfect for that entire sequence. It's like, it worked. I loved it. Immigrant Song, chat. AC/DC's Immigrant Song in Thor Ragnarok. I mean, they used it twice. It was so good. Take is like, oh, I gotta use this at least twice. Both in the beginning, when he's fighting against giant demon Clancy Brown in that hell dimension. And then at the end of the stream, looking like a goddamn painting, chat, just fucking coming down there, taking out all the zombie, Cate Blanchett monsters. Perfect. I love how it was used in both times in the film. I absolutely loved it. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen in Shaun of the Dead, chat, where they have the jack boxes on. It's like, why won't that turn off? It's on random. And they literally beat the bartender in unison to the song, chat. I loved it. That was great. And don't you forget about me. Don't you forget about me. In the Breakfast Club, chat, when they're leaving detention, they wrote that letter to Dick Vernon, chat, Vice Principal Dick Vernon, telling her, like, we won't be defined by our stereotypes, okay? We can be friends. We are the fucking Breakfast Club. And then you have fucking Judd Nelson just, pumping his hand into the air, his arm in the air, chat. He's like, I'm gonna bang Molly Ringwald later this evening. It's like, yes, all that shit. That's Led Zeppelin, whatever. Let me have this moment. AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, whatever. I'm like fucking Tom Holland. Oh, in that movie, I know music's. I was in the ballpark, chat. Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, it's the same thing. I think that'd be good. Those are mine, chat. Those are mine. Push It to the Limit and Scarface. Immigrant Song by AC/DC. Also, possibly, the Led Zeppelin. Thor Ragnarok. Don't Stop Me Now. Queen. Shaun of the Dead. And Don't You Forget About Me in The Breakfast Club, chat. That would be awesome. Devin, you know what? Insomniac is working on so many Marvel games now. I think it would be cool because I think my pick for developer for a Doctor Strange game, I would really like to see Sony Santa Monica do that. And they're the makers of the God of War series that recently have just done God of War 2018 and now God of War Ragnarok. I think that would be a cool project for them. I would love that. That'd be me. But those are my choice. Any songs and movies that you think, oh, how it was used here within this scene is so goddamn good. I'm not in love by 10cc in the first Guardians of the Galaxy had so many great uses of the song, like the fucking opening, chat. That was great when Star-Lord is like dancing around doing all that. Hell yeah. Also a good one. Always reminds me of The Breakfast Club. Yeah, that's what always comes to mind for me. Dancing in Pulp Fiction, another great one. True, they made the scene. Play a Doctor Strange game while on ass. Oh my god, wouldn't make it. Come and Get Your Love. Yeah, another good one. Come and get your love. And like singing into that fucking rat's mouth and shit. I mean, that really just set the tone of the movie and the personality of the film so well. And James Gunn did that with music, and he did that with the marketing of the movie too. Immigrant Song, School Rock. Oh, yeah, that's right. School Rock is a wonderful movie. Richard Linklater, chat, very talented filmmaker. Jack Black, so goddamn good. Yeah. So what else you guys are saying? I'm having some nostalgia. Snorting all the cork and coke. Gotta put a cork up there. You stop snorting the coke. Stop doing that. Yeah. Hey, Edgar, like, he loves to have his characters sync to music. Although I think James Gunn might be taking that crown from him. He loves doing that shit, too. Loves doing that shit. But those are some of mine, Chad. Those are some of mine. Even though a lot of people hated Gamer, the scene where C. Michael Hall, Dexter dances to Frank Sinatra's Got You Under My Skin. Oh, shit, I don't remember that. I think I've seen the movie. I don't remember anything from it. It's been too long, Chad. It's been too many years. Too many years. Take My Breath Away from Top Gun, I think. Oh, yeah. It's a good one. Yeah, Danger Zone. Fucking Danger Zone from Top Gun. Hell yeah. There's a lot of great ones, chat. A lot of great ones out there. But now moving on to the next question from Lee Graves. Back in 1999, when WCW was still a thing, pro wrestler Sting took part in a Sprite commercial that was honestly hilarious. He shows up to a kid's house and fights. I remember this. I know this fucking. I saw this growing up. He kicks the shit out of that fucking kid, chat. You ever see this commercial? We'll go ahead and watch this commercial, chat. You want to see Sting just beat the shit out of this goddamn kid? Oh, it's hilarious. I'm a big fan of it. I remember going like, this is fucking weird. And I'll read the rest of your question. Give you a little bit of that context, check. Oh, yeah, hold on, Sting. Whoa, Sting. From the WCW, is that you? Yeah, it's me. I'm going to beat the fuck out of you. All right, chill. Let's watch Sting beat the shit out of this kid. Oh, where's me? Hold on. Where's me? Where is me? Oh, I'm back. All right, let's watch Sting beat the shit out of this kid, chat.
Wow, the Stinger.
Timmy, I'm from the Dream Come True Fantasy Foundation. You ready to wrestle?
You bet. Mom, Dad, it's really him. Hold on.
So this kid this kid was gonna die anyway.
Now I'm ready.
I need some Sprite. Jesus!
It looks so real.
Don't count on Sprite to do anything.
Did
but quench your
parents have
thirst.
problems with this commercial? I feel like they probably had problems with that commercial. Just beating the fucking shit out of that kid. Yeah, you wouldn't see this commercial nowadays.
Now I'm ready.
Oh!
It looks so real.
Don't count on Sprite to do anything but quench your thirst.
I wonder if this got like taken off or something. There are two versions of this commercial. Whooping that ass. Oh, okay. Yeah, I would not be surprised if this was taken off. People were like, parents groups are like, this is violent. Oh no. But I do have a couple of them. I do have two that like when I think of like, okay, you brought up the 90s, man, and I thought, okay, 90s commercials that I just stuck out to me, and there is one. And we've actually talked about this on Double Toasted, chat, but you know what I'm probably going to bring up right here. There was a notable one because it deals with, the cocaine epidemic. And you think, oh, who are you going to bring on to talk about the crack cocaine epidemic, chat? And I'm like, I don't know if you would go with this person, but to this day, I'm like, this is fucking amazing. I love it. Special public service announcement, chat. Nah, not Dare. Well, Dare might have been in charge of this commercial. I forget who may have backed it. But I'm like, who are you going to get as your representative for this commercial, chat? Oh, he makes sign to confirm my fucking age. Oh, you ass. You ass. Hold on. Yeah. No, give it to me. You better give it to me. You son of a bitch. Oh. Hold on, chat. Come on now. Are you serious? You won't give this to me? Oh, hold on, chat. Hold on. I'm going to get this goddamn commercial. We're going to watch this. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, chat. Special public service announcement. Hi, everyone. It's me, Pee-wee.
This is crack.
Cocaine.
Rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff. It's the most
What have
addictive
you
kind of
talking about?
cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes.
No.
So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool.
Yeah, like me.
Doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
It could be really deadly.
It's like I can't fucking. And he turns into like fucking cocaine. Don't even try it. The thrill can kill. It's like, oh my god, the '90s were crazy. I mean, he's got a point. He's not wrong at all in anything he's saying, but it's Pee Wee Herman that's saying, "Hey guys, it's me, Pee Wee, and I'm here to talk to you about something really bad today. It's crack cocaine. You shouldn't take it. It's not good for you, 'cause it can kill you." I'm just okay. Oh yeah, Paul Rubens probably had crack cocaine at least a couple times in his life. And my head, he starts doing his laugh as he Oh no, totally. Oh my god, yeah. This one, I remember. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. No, there's an edit. There is a goofy edit version where it's him like going to Pee Wee's Playhouse and shit. Also, don't touch yourself above it. Well, he did it. He did it in a dirty movie theater, so it was fine. It was not a big deal. I mean, probably shouldn't be jerking off in a jerk-off theater anyway. But, I ain't gonna hold it against him. Everyone, that was such a big controversial thing back in the day. Dad, Chicken Wing, Isaac, good to see. I used to live for Pee Wee. I listened to him every day. Listen to him right here, Isaac. You should know, crack cocaine is not cool. It's really bad. One more time, chat. No, he didn't expose himself. He was just jerking off.
This is crack.
Crack.
Rock cocaine.
Rock. I
It
don't
isn't
think he calls it rock
glamorous
cocaine.
or cool or kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can
Firewolf,
kill
welcome
you.
to the stream. Good to see you. It's been
What's
a
really
minute.
bad is
Watching
nobody
Pee Wee
knows how
talk
much
about
it takes.
crack.
So
Don't
every
even
time you
try
use
it.
it,
It can
you
kill
risk
you.
dying. It isn't worth it.
It's not worth it.
Look,
Everyone wants to be cool.
everybody wants to be cool. But doing it with crack isn't just wrong. It could be dead wrong.
Yeah, like really dead.
He becomes the cocaine. Remember that Firewolf? I was asked a question about like commercials that always stuck with me, or where I found very amusing, and this one I thought was hilarious. Again, he's talking about like a really important thing, like don't try crack cocaine, chat. Obviously, like yes, I agree. Pee Wee was right, but it's fucking Pee Wee who's talking about it. He used to watch his show on Saturday mornings. I totally don't remember this. Yeah, well, this was not his show. This was like one of those, late night commercials. Like, I entertain your children, so you can trust me, okay? Trust me. Crack cocaine is horrible. But, you can jerk off as much as you want. Which is, which better. Jerk off instead of have crack cocaine, chat. I agree. And there's another commercial that I always think about. And it's a Nintendo commercial, chat, from the 90s. And I always fucking loved it. I thought it was very funny. It made me very excited for the game. Me and my friends were all like, we can't wait to play this goddamn game. And some of you might know, it's for a Nintendo game. It was a live action commercial, chat. You might know what I'm talking about here. Crack is whack. Yeah, which is true. But this one right here, chap. Whoa! Got some sexy stuff. Whoa! All right, let's take it easy now. But this one.
Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be.
I'm like 99 or 98. They start beating the shit out of each other.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo. Introducing Super Smash Brothers, where all your favorite characters go toe-to-toe in one 4-player star-studded slam fest.
Fucking
Only
beat
on
the shit out of each
Nintendo
other.
64.
Throwing Pikachu. Just killed his fucking bludgeon. Oh yeah, that to me is one of my absolute favorite commercials. I love the Super Smash Bros. Original commercial. That was just so cool. Just put a bunch of people in fucking costumes of our characters and have them beat the shit out of each other. It was hilarious. Thank you so much, Glee, for the 100 biddies. It's good times. Those are good memories. This is your preying on drugs, kids shows. My Sunny Side Up. They did that in They did that in Nightmare on Elm Street. They brought Johnny Depp back for that little commercial. I thought that was quite funny. It's such a good game. Such a good game, too. And excellent marketing for it. Rock cocaine. You mean Dwayne Johnson cocaine? As you do it, you only hear his part from the Tech 9 song. Oh, no. That's the last thing I want. We did more of these. I loved that. That was so much fun. Made me go like, fuck yeah, I want that game. Hell yeah. Because at first I was like, is this the one about acid? No. Super Smash Bros. Mario didn't come on and start talking about acid. That'd be amazing, though. I wish he did. Oh, yeah, the Aaron Paul Juicy Fruit commercial. I remember this one. I remember seeing this commercial all the time, way before he was Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad. This is how I knew him. I was like, oh, it's the fucking Juicy Fruit guy. Thank you, Edge Berserk, for the 100 biddies. Kane ads were traumatic. Oh, God. No, the Canadian, you Canadians, you're messed up. You might be nice, but you create some horrifying fucking commercials. Oh, chat with another hype train. Thank you, Edge Berserker. Like those ones about like the accents and stuff. Oh my God. There was the one where it was this one freaked me the fuck out when I first saw it. I was like, what the fuck is this? It was one like, it starts like a normal commercial about, I don't know, whatever. And you're following this chef, this woman who like cooks it. Like, this is my dream job. I always wanted to, et cetera, et cetera. And she's like lifting this huge fucking bucket of boiling water, and she slips, and all the fucking boiling water just hits her on her face, and she goes, ah! It's like, ah! And it's like, what the fuck? I'm sure there were other ones that I've seen, but that just stuck with me because it's like, fuck, it just takes you aback. I don't know how that got approved for kids might be watching that. I mean, it's like, yes, be careful in the kitchen and be careful of boiling hot water. And I will, well, you know what? It did work because I'm like, I do not want hot fucking boiling water on my skin. Oh, you see your skin. That's right. You see your skin melt. Oh, I don't even want to show you guys that. I don't even know if I want to show you guys that because I'm thinking maybe I should show you that. No, I don't know. I don't even know, chat. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Yeah. And it feels like real and shit. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to show you. I described it. You want to, well, you can find it. Just type in fucked up Canadian. It's the Scream. That actress did a great job. Like, you know, the acting commercials, like, whatever. But her acting is like, holy shit, that was real. You guys not see it? Yeah. I get it. It's horrifying. But yeah, you want to see Aaron Paul and Juicy Fruit? I got that. I'll show you that Juicy. I remember seeing this commercial all the time. I was like, that's the fucking guy from the Juicy Fruit commercial. I couldn't believe it. Let me get the link in here for you guys. Make sure it's Actually, I want to see. I'm gonna type in Aaron Paul Juicy. See what it comes up. Is any of the first things? It's not Juicy Fruit. He's also on Dad Chick. Oh, thank you. Oh, chat. Oh, you know what? We're going to get hype, and then we're going to return, to Aaron Paul in the Juicy Fruit. Jesus, he's losing his fucking mind. He's fiending for some of that Juicy Fruit. But we're going to go ahead and get hype right now because Dad Chico and Isaac activated that hype train, chat. Let's go ahead and leave another 100 beats. The emo Juicy has risen. I am your Lord and Savior, chat. Still dead. It sounds like he is dying. He sounds like he's in horrific fucking pain. Jay-Z the 100 base, please don't start the song again. Please, I'm begging you. It's gone. It's done. It's done. What we can do. I became full Spider-Man 3 Toby. My evolution was a success. What we can do, Chad, is watch Aaron Paul's Juicy Fruit commercial. So none of you guys ever seen this, but I remember seeing this all the time in the 90s. Growing up, I was like, oh yeah, Juicy Fruit guy. Why they got the Juicy Fruit guy from on that new show about the meth makers? Hell yeah. Here you go, Chad. He's fucking getting tense too. That's that shit, Chad. Got some moves.
Gotta have sweet.
Gotta have that
Gotta
sweet,
have
babe.
Juicy Fruit.
Gotta have that.
Nothing satisfies like
so
it.
Good. Come here, little boy. Give me those
Juicy
ass.
Fruit. The gotta have sweet gum.
Yeah, sure. You remember this? Yeah. Very erotic commercial. Thank you. Give me the 10 biddies. Oh, Lord. The Patrick yells out Finland at the end of this. He does? Oh, he should. I never heard that. But yeah, no, the Aaron Paul Juicy Fruit commercial is fantastic one. Good commercial. A lot of eroticism there, Jay. Sex sells, baby. Sex sells. There you go. Yeah, it's Aaron Paul. A very young baby-faced Aaron Paul. There you go, Chad. But again, yeah, like I said before, Pee-wee crack cocaine commercial and Super Smash Bros. Live action commercial. Always thought they were great. They show this commercial on Pornhub. They should. Absolutely should. And thank you again, Jason, for another 10 biddies. But moving on to Thunder Lee's next question, Chad. We're on question 3 for Thunder Lee. I really like watching videos of abandoned amusement parks, shopping malls, etc., and the history behind them. What types of videos that is not movie or video game related do you like to watch from time to time? I love survival videos, Chad. Maybe that's why I'm wearing flannel today, because they're always wearing flannel in those videos. But like those, like we're gonna survive in the woods based on like all this like equipment we might have brought or certain things in the environment. We're gonna make these things, make a lean-to, make a fire, all these different ways. These like exotic fishing videos where it's like, I've kayaked to this island here. I'm going to survive on this for like a week or however long it is, a couple days. They get all this spear fishing stuff and they cook the fish and all that. It also led into, like, other than survival videos, like, we're going to build a fucking log cabin. Like, I love that shit. That's so interesting to watch and observe. It's so cool to me. But I also really love, I'm ready for the fucking zombie apocalypse, Chad. This is what will help you, either in a survival scenario where I got to survive the wilderness, the elements, Chad, or zombies. But the other one, cooking videos. I love me some binging with Babbage, Chad. What a great series, and others that are the equivalent of binging with Babbage. That guy is great. I've used some of his recipes as well. Wonderful videos. I just love his whole style, his calming, soothing fucking voice. It's like he's serenading me, and it makes these delicious foods. They're kind of, he does based on TV shows and movies too, but he does all these other recipes and things, and it's so much fun. That guy is a hell of a fucking YouTuber, chat. Love his channel. But yeah, those like survival videos and like those cooking videos, I think they're so much fun. I just love how he perfectly explains the recipe and you don't get lost. You go slow enough, but not too slow. That's monotonous. It's like it moves at a nice, steady clip. Really love that. Now, Brownie Chris watches Naked and Afraid, but only for the naked part. You goddamn right. I hope so. Yeah. I was ready for the zombie. I am ready. Oh, my Lord. But yeah. Yeah. No, I love those, but like not even like the survival shows, but like those videos, because those feel like more real and just gritty. And I just like them. I like the personalities of these people too. Like how they show their lives. And all of the meals they make look delicious. Even though it's just very simple ingredients that they're using and just it's fresh caught salmon and shit. I was like, oh, I want to eat that salmon. That's some good looking shit. An absolute pleasure to have you here, Pro. Welcome. But yeah, those are the videos for me. What about you guys? Other than, movie related or video game related stuff, is there like a particular like YouTuber or YouTube series or types of videos that you really enjoy watching? You know, as Thunder Lee just pointed out, he likes those abandoned amusement parks and buildings and malls and stuff, which also are kind of creepy. They're very ominous. Great, for inspiration for writing or filmmaking and that kind of thing. True crime videos from YouTubers like That Chapter. I also watch Pornhub. That counts. Nice. That counts. Porn? Yes. Definitely. Gordon Ramsay shows up behind Chris while cooking. Oh, God. Actually, I've seen Gordon Ramsay's cooking videos on YouTube. Because I've other ones other than binging with Babish. But his, like, regular cooking videos that he does when he's not yelling at people are great. That whole persona that he has is just for the American TV shows. Because, like, in the UK, he's not like that. And I saw a video of him making, like, these fucking eggs with these, like, truffles. And it was like the most delicious fucking eggs I've ever seen. Like it was like eggs of truffles and like a steak. I was like, what the fuck? I need that inside my tummy right now. I need it in my tummy. It looked delicious. I like animals eating into a microphone. Like that ASMR. Cabby6, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. Talking about kind of our favorite YouTube videos that aren't like filmmaking or movie or video game related or TV show related. Talking about survival videos, cooking videos. ASMR videos right now. Yeah, don't yell at me, Gordon. He's mean. Jason, thank you for the 10 minutes. Now we're toasting Class and Glass. What could be better than those two channels? There are other things other than us. Also, has a white guy that looks exactly like him. He's a talented man, I would say. He's a talented man. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay is super cool. Yeah, he seems really chill. He seems really nice. He always does good because I saw that with the kids and stuff, and he is. That's right. Oh, Lord. Gordon Ramsay's gimmick is I hate dumb Americans. Yeah, that's his gimmick when he's over here. No doubt. In Kitchen Nightmare, it's just like, what are you? He puts 2 slices of bread next to that poor woman's face. She's like, I'm an idiot sandwich. Correct. Now get the fuck out. Like, that's all for show. That's not who he really is. Cass fan, the Something Scary series podcast, Scary Stories from Various Cultures. Ooh, that sounds nice. See, there's so much. That's the thing. Like, everything you guys are talking about is so interesting, but it's so much content to consume. And even then, I haven't like really watched my binging of Babish and survival videos in a while because I've been so busy. But yeah, those videos always really relax me. I think they're really cool. I watch only for the cutie patooties. Yay! Register files for future references. Oh. Hotel Hell. I thought that was Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, it's from Hell's Kitchen, one of the shows, one of his many shows. I like when animals scream like people. You like those? Those are good videos. Like what's that fucking goat where it sounds like this person singing? It's like an old fucking video. It's a super old video where they have this one singer doing her thing, and then it just cuts to a goat that it sounds just like her. What is that? What is that video? You know what I'm talking about? I listen to r/ while working. Pro Revenge is my favorite category, but I mainly watch ABBA and Preach. Fair enough. It's the Taylor Swift goat video. All right, Chad, before we move on to the next question, that Taylor Swift goat video, that was funny. That might be old at YouTube. That might be classic YouTube. Taylor Swift goat scream. How fucking old is this video? 8 years. 8 years. Okay, this shit is hilarious. I remember this way back in the day. This mo was a decade fucking old, chap. This is early 20-teens. Yeah, let's watch this one. Aaron Paul, move over for this goat.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now. Blew me to places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground.
Oh, I'm gonna get DMCA'd for that. It was fucking worth it. That is amazing. That to me. Just gonna write a sound about you. Hell yeah. Watch me screaming. Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic YouTube video. How many views does that have? That has 3 million views. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Jeff. That's funny as fuck. That's an oldie but a goodie. In my opinion, chat. Ugh. All right. Well, moving on from that question. So survival videos, cooking videos, I'm all about those, Thunderling. This is number 4. We got a serious question here, chat. Serious. I'm going to need your help with this one. 4. I'm a very shy guy. It takes me a bit to get used to people and talk to them. My most trouble is trying to introduce myself to other women at a party or concert. My anxiety kicks in, and usually I just get out of the area for a bit. Have you ever had a situation like me, and how do you deal with it? I probably have. Listen, it takes, a lot of effort to get out of our comfort zones. And, you find someone attractive, you got to think, you start overthinking, like, how do you engage? How do you talk to them? And, I can always say it's best to be natural. Honestly, like when you're in a social environment like that and you meet someone new, it's very intimidating. It can be difficult. That's why I always found the most success of, really, I talked about this before, chat, but, either meeting people, whether it be like an environment where I see them every day, like that kind of thing, so we get used to each other, and so when you do approach them, it's not as awkward, or friends of friends, that kind of situation. At least that's with some of my relationships that haven't been like I've met them via online, because that's kind of cool when you meet them online, because you're already looking for someone who has mutual interests as you, and so you already have something to talk about, like, automatically. But like in those circumstances, it's just good to. It's first of all, you can't feel intimidated about rejection. We talked about rejection earlier, and in that case, it's going to happen more often than not. When you're talking to people, especially if you're at a club or a bar or something, and they might be with other people. But it's just hey, just do it. Just feel confident. Maybe you engage in something that you're enjoying together within a group of people, and that sparks a conversation. Like that's the thing that you can possibly do, but it's definitely difficult, especially when you're meeting someone out there for the first time. But you got to have confidence too. Like, definitely be confident, but don't come across like you're arrogant or something. It's definitely, you know, it's a delicate balance. Meat, breeds, man, let me put a baby in you, please. I mean, there's a situation where you might have that. There is that. Oh, God. I just never pop sweaty mom spaghetti. That's right. It usually helps relax me when I try to get comfortable around a lot of people. I mean, you know, yeah, there's that. Yeah, I just go up and then sneeze in your mouths and then they propose. You can also do everything Nia Brownie's doing, practicing invincible to rejection at this point. It's like, just wear it like armor. Wear it like armor. It'll just get easier as it goes. But yeah, man, if you listen, seriously, if you're looking to get in a relationship with someone, I think there's just a lot of still to this day a stigma around online dating. But you know, it's a good way to meet people, and you can engage with someone who already has mutual interest with you, and so you already know what to talk about. So I would encourage you to go into that. I think that'd be a lot better for you. If you find this going up to people and like talking to them like super awkward and you feel like antsy and anxious, then maybe you should approach it in a different way. Like you want to be in a relationship, you're looking for that. Try online where you're already engaged with the person, you're already feeling them out. I think that would be better for you and for a lot of people. That's worked out well for me in the past too. Going to events where people like the things you like. That's good point. Good point from WinFox here. Oh, the ad's popping up. I've been to a few Comic-Cons. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, go. Yes, that's perfect. WinFox made a very great point right there. Go to places that you really enjoy being at and that you know that people like to participate in. So, yeah, anime conventions, Comic-Cons, nerdy shit. You can find yourself a good nerdy girlfriend or nerdy boyfriend. That's who you are. Also, make sure you can say red leather, yellow leather. Don't be drunk. Red leather, yellow leather, chap. Boom, I'm not drunk. So you can feeding them to the point where they're so far. Nia Brownie. The secret is feeding them to the point where they're so fat they can't walk. They'll never leave you then. That's true. Fatten them up. Become a feeder. Become a feeder, man. They're like, I'm too fat. And they're like, yes. Jesus. I'm at least like, okay. You got the advice, man. You got all our advice. So yeah, man. Nia Brownie, if you go with me, like yeah, so WinFox, great point by WinFox. Go to places like that you enjoy going to, that other people enjoy going to, recreational activities. That's great. You bond over something there that you have in common. I think online stuff. If you feel awkward meeting someone for the first time, and you haven't really know anything about them, just approaching them, then pursue online dating. I think that's fun. Or go with Nia Brownie where, sneeze in their mouth and then propose, or fatten them up until they can't move anymore. they're like, oh, no one loves me, but it's like I do. You can do that. There's a lot of options. I sit in a corner and think about like my life decisions. You can do that too. Be introspective. Introspective, not hitting all the right notes. She's hitting some good ones. She's hitting some good ones. She's being blunt. She's getting to the real shit, and I appreciate her for that. Oh my Lord. I'm imagining the person naked on a date. That's hot. You can do it that way too. And now, Chad, we'll move on to the last question. John Cena and Dave Bautista are arguably the best wrestlers of all time. Your opinion, not mine, but fair enough. Certainly, they've popularized the brand, and they've succeeded outside of wrestling. Now they are actors who now there are actors who have many great films under. Wait, now they are. Oh no, see, I'm serious. Now they are actors who have many great films under their belt, along with The Rock. Who do you think is better? Who do you think is a better actor between John Cena and Dave Bautista? I feel like Dave Bautista has done more than John Cena. I mean, just the amount of movies. And he delved into different genres, everything from drama to sci-fi to comedy to superhero and things and comedies as well. John Cena I know he's done some action films. I know he's done a lot of comedies too, but I think he's good at that. And most recently, I think he had his best role in the Suicide Squad as Peacemaker, chap. But if I had to say Dave Bautista has more time to grow as an actor. I want to see him in more things. And so I would say Dave Bautista, but I wouldn't discount Cena, saying he's bad. I actually like them both. They have charisma, and I want to see them delve into different genres and continue to push themselves. But yeah, I think we've seen some great stuff with Dave, and I think the best is yet to come with John Cena. And I think definitely doing what taking on different roles in different genres is smart for them. And it doesn't typecast them as because Dave Bautista said this, like he was so often typecast as the big dumb guy, and now he's his little small role in in Blade Runner 2049 I thought was great. I think he did a really good job. I was actually excited. He's going to be in Dune, but he sadly plays the big dumb guy. But, hopefully he'll do other roles that are maybe similar to his Blade Runner role, where he gets to be a little more introspective and dramatic. Same for John Cena. Yes, he has very good comedy. He's very funny. Jason fattened them up where they could move so little. One mistake, them being dead. Jesus. I do my best. There you go. Yes. But yeah, for Batista for me, but I think Cena is also great. Jesse was hilarious. He was also really funny in Vacation Friends. I've heard so many good things about that. I've not seen that movie, but that looked funny. It looked really funny. He's just rolling Blade Runner 2049 is the reason the whole movie gets going. He humanizes it. In that first 10 minutes. It works well. I think Serious. I think Peacemaker is Cena's best role too. Most of his roles were. I mean, he's done a lot of comedies. He did that. What the fuck was that? Blockers. The movie was fine, but I thought he was the best thing in it. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more of him. Yeah, I think wrestling is acting, and that definitely prepared them for these films. And yeah, they're some of the best representations of it. They're some of the best wrestlers to then make that transition over to acting, along with Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yeah, I think like the top three are definitely Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Dave Bautista, and John Cena. I think they're doing a good job. I want to see more of them in things. And now, Chad, that was Thunder Lee's last question. Thunder Lee, thank you so much, good sir, for being a subscriber to my Patreon. I hope you liked your answers. I hope you liked them indeed. Thank you. A nice variety. That was fun. Some good subjects. And now, Chad, we'll move on to Vanispheres. Crispy Fish Head now, Lorenzo. Bye, everyone. Have a good week. Crispy Fish, Lorenzo. Always a pleasure to have you on here. Have a great week, good sir. Cheers and salute. Oh, God. And cheers and salute to you, chat. And to you, Crispy Fish. Oh, wait. Thank you for the Timmys. I love them especially. Now, there you go. There you go. And now, Chad, we'll move on to Vanny's questions. For this week's questions, let's go super old school with one of my favorite SNES games, Legend of the Mystical Ninja. Movie question. Throughout the game, the characters will occasionally break the fourth wall and talk directly to the player or even the developers. There is a scene earlier on where I'm sorry, I messed up. Hold on, sorry. Movie question. Throughout the game, the characters will occasionally break the fourth wall and talk directly to the player or even the developers. There is a scene earlier on where one of the characters tells the cameraman to ease up on the closer-ups. Movies like The Big Short utilize fourth wall breaking to emphasize points about what's going on in the narrative. Other times you get Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, where it's done for comedic effect. What are your thoughts on fourth wall breaking films, and if applicable, your favorite examples? I mean, there's some great fourth wall breaking films. I think we honestly tend to think of fourth wall breaking in comedic circumstances, but sometimes I think it's used even to greater effect in dramatic films. And I think you have one guy in particular who's really good at doing it, or at least does it multiple times, and that's Martin Scorsese's movies, at least several of his films, chat, where we see that breaking the fourth wall in Goodfellas, we see it in Casino, and in The Wolf of Wall Street. And I feel like he does that for, I mean, I don't know what his reasons are, but I'm like, if I could guess, it's to create a sense of trust between the main character or several characters who are most of the time in a lot of these movies are criminals or pieces of shit. And you kind of, it's like an intimate kind of relationship. It's like, hey, you're in this journey along with me. Unlike the rest of these assholes, I'm being honest with who I am. I'm talking directly to you. I'm going to take you on this journey. And we see that with Henry Hill, Ray Liotta's Henry Hill. We see that with the various characters in Casino, Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci. And then we also see that with Leonardo DiCaprio's character in The Wolf of Wall Street. And it's kind of that intimate relationship where he's like, listen, I'm a bullshitter, but I'm not bullshitting you. I'm being honest with you. And that tricks us into liking them and to be like, oh yeah, we're going on the adventure too. We're along for we're along for the ride. And so maybe that is like a nice, easy trick for the director or the writer to get you on the side of, or at least be more understanding of their character who doesn't have the best sense of morality. And so, yeah, I think it's used incredibly effectively in a lot of Martin Scorsese movies. Some of his best movies, I think, use that trick of the fourth wall breaking. And Another one, and this is, again, another dramatic film, adaptation with Nicolas Cage, where he plays two different characters, both screenwriters, where one is he's a successful screenwriter. I mean, his scripts are schlock, but he's very comfortable with his life. He feels happy. He's passionate about it. And then you have another scriptwriter who is always filled with self-doubt and feels like he is not being honored and he's not being mentioned or appreciated, and he talks to the audience about that kind of thing. And I love that. Adaptation is great. If you're a screenwriter or if you're a budding writer, or, and oftentimes the screenwriters are often like passed over or not given as much credit as, say, the director or actors in the films, this would really fucking appeal to you. Adaptation is an excellent movie. But that, I think, does a great job with the fourth wall breaking. And then we get to the more comedic films. And, Deadpool, famously, fourth wall breaking character in the comics. He knows his comic book character. And they moved that over to the film, and it worked amazingly well. It's so much fun, chat. That's such a big defining feature of his personality, which makes him unique in the MCU. And also, probably one of the things that definitely inspired Deadpool and his fourth wall breaking. Matter of fact, they reference it in the first movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, where Matthew Broderick, throughout Ferris, the titular character Ferris, he talks to you from the beginning of the movie, and you go on his little grand adventure, his comedic adventure, his romp with all of his friends, and he's letting you in on his schemes. Like, even he has, like, dubious morality. But he's like, hey, we're in this together. Come on. I'm being honest with who I am. It's like, why would you want to go over to school when you have this fucking beautiful day out here? It'd be a waste not to appreciate it. Like, yeah, Ferris, you're right. You're with him to the end, chat. And, yeah, I feel like most of the time it's done to ingratiate us to a character we are may or may not supposed to like, or his dubious sense of morality, and also comedic effect. I think that helps. At least that's how I've always viewed fourth wall breaking, and when it's used to its greatest effectiveness. What else you got? Now Thunder Lee's going, woo, hot hands. Thank you again, Thunder Lee, for all your support tonight, good sir. Baby GG, fourth wall break can be fun. Ferris Bueller is great. Deadpool 2 did it better than the first Deadpool. It's good to see movies. I think, I'm not the biggest fan of Deadpool 2, but I think Deadpool 2's fourth wall breaking was still very good. Wayne's World does the fourth wall breaking. That's true. AG, my favorite might be that moment in The Grinch with Carrie where Cindy Lou, who is Deadpool. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of great. Yeah, that's true. House of Cards, exactly. Again, I think that's case in point, where Kevin Spacey's character in House of Cards, I forget his, I loved House of Cards, Chad. Man, Kevin Spacey fucked that whole thing up. When you found out about him being a goddamn pedophile. But that show was so good, and I forget his name, but it's about this guy, and it's based off of a British show of the same name. This is the Americanized version, where it's this politician who's slowly gaining power for himself until he ascends to the presidency and manipulates the branches of government for his own personal selfish interests. But he's like a piece of fucking shit. I mean, he's not only a slimy scumball politician, but he's also a fucking murderer and an adulterer. He does all these horrible things throughout the entire series. I mean, he kills so many people in that show. It's like, oh my God, this guy's awful. But he does the thing, and it's the same trick that I think Martin Scorsese does, is like he talks very honestly and earnestly to the audience. He always tells you what's on his mind. He's telling you what he's going to do, what he wants to do, what he thinks of these people. And he's like, hey, you're my guy. I'm with you. You and I were on the same fucking wavelength. He's always honest with you. I think that's why we continue on these journeys with these characters for so many seasons, or for a 3+ hour movie. Like, okay, I can get on their level. Because they're taking me a part of it, and they're honest with me. So yeah, House of Cards is another great example. So true. Did you see a long future in movie theaters, or at any point VCRs at this point? Did you see a long future in movie theaters, or I'm not sure you're referencing. Like, I mean, movie theaters will continue on. Obviously, I mean that's proven to be the case. I mean VCRs. I mean they're replaced by DVD players and Blu-ray players, and the 4K players and things, 4K Blu-ray players. So yeah, the last season was awful. I tried to watch a little bit. I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, I heard it was bad. Yeah, Kevin Spacey was great in the show. It was a great show until it wasn't. Until he wasn't. Exactly. That was indeed the case. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, those are a couple for me. Those are a couple for me. Great fucking question, but I think that's when typically fourth wall breaking is easy to use for comedy or to engender you to a character you may or may not are supposed to like, or at least make it easier for you to like them, which is great. Makes it more intimate for you. And now we'll move on to Vanny's TV question chat. One of the reasons I love Legend of the Mystical Ninja is its sense of humor. In between levels, you get these layers, little cutscenes with some really snappy dialogue. Hell, even the animations when you get hurt are played for laughs, like Kabuki in a Kabuki theater. I don't think I've ever asked this, but what is your favorite TV comedy and why? You know, it's hard because I have a lot of comedies that I really do enjoy. I loved watching The Office and Parks and Recreation and things. You know, Everybody Loves Raymond, The King of Queens, plenty of animated stuff like like season 2 through 9 of The Simpsons, early Family Guy, like season 1 through 4. I mean, there is great stuff and Animaniacs and things. You know, those, you know, the 90s era Looney Tunes. But I have to think, like, I have to pick one. It's hard. Even Seinfeld I was like, I love Seinfeld, but the first season's not great, and the last season's not that good. Season 2 through 8's really good, though. But if I had to pick, one that I'm shocked that it's continued on for as long as it has, and it's only gotten better as it's gone along, and more depraved. To me, it's always been, I always viewed it as the evolution of Seinfeld. Seinfeld is the show about nothing, where it's features really shitty characters you're supposed to hate. When bad things happen, it was like, well, of course bad things happen to you. You're a bad person. Community, you know what? I mixed on Community. I never finished it, and there's some seasons I just didn't like. First 2 seasons of Community are excellent. After that, not. But I like it. I do like some of Community. But it's all, serious, you got it. You got it. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is that one where it's on its 15th fucking season. They get greenlit for 2 more seasons. And like the first season season 2 is where they really hit their stride. I like season 1, but season 2 is where they introduced fucking Danny DeVito as Frank Reynolds, one of the greatest fathers of all time, as we all know. Everyone loves fucking Frank, this weird little troll man. the fucking father of, well, kind of I guess somewhat the father, if you will, of Sweet D and Dennis chat, and I love the relationship, and Mac and Charlie, and it's the cricket. Cricket breaks your fucking heart. It's like, it's so much going for him, and they destroyed that, man. They together they destroyed so many people in that show, and when horrible things happen to them, and they do, it's like they fucking deserve it. To me, that's an evolution of Seinfeld, where it's a show about nothing, about shitty people having shitty things happen to them because it's they're the reason why. It's karma. And it's the same thing with Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And it's just a good watch. Nightman. Ah. It's amazing. So Always Sunny is, I think, in terms of live action comedy, that's my number 1. I don't know how they're going to. I think the only way they can literally end that show is if they kill them all at the end. Like, they have to die. That has to be the final episode where it's like, it's what Danny DeVito, just throw me in the trash when I'm dead. Just kind of throw them in the trash. Just have them go to the fucking Philadelphia, garbage fields where they should be. The dump. Take them to the dump, or have them be in the sewer. That's what they deserve. After all this, they should die, and I'd be okay with that. Fighter of the night, man. Champion of the sun. Ah. Jason, thank you for the Tiffany's. Your seasons of Community are amazing, but I guess as a whole, the back half. Yeah, back half, it has a lot of issues and the behind the scenes. So I think that crept into the show. But that first 2 seasons, excellent. Love the first 2 seasons of Community. But yeah, I have to pick live action. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And then in terms of animated, because, like I said, it's Simpsons, but not all the Simpsons, obviously. I think there's so much of it has just been kind of mediocre for so many years. Family Guy, same case. Like, they all started strong, or they had their a bunch of good seasons, all back to back to back. But even shows that I loved. Thank you, Jason, the 10 minis. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's Kenner for number 1 for me. But it's a lot of content. There's so many shows that I haven't seen either. And not to discount like all the other ones I mentioned. They're great, but I'm trying to think like the very best one. So I think 10 minis again. Archer. I love Archer, but I haven't seen a lot of Archer in the last few years. Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers. Like, Bob's Burgers has definitely taken the crown from The Simpsons in terms of being a real. Because Simpsons is like, it's the ultimate family animated show. you know, it's had that for so long. But I feel like Bob's Burgers is like, okay, this is what The Simpsons should have been later on, and still could be if it wanted to be. But Bob's Burgers, because it has that wholesomeness, I think The Simpsons is missing. It's been missing for a long time, and it's always managed to retain that wholesomeness. It's like, yes, our family's dysfunctional, we have all these problems and things, but we still love each other at the end of the day. I think that's what's kept Bob's Burgers so fresh and so appealing to so many people. So Bob's Burgers is probably high on my list, but some other ones, it's similar to Bob's Burgers and also The Simpsons, but I think King of the Hill, where I you know, years later, because I remember when back in the day people would say, oh, King of the Hill, that's the boring Simpsons one. It's like, no, King of the Hill is really wholesome. I think that got better as it continued on. And it ended. It was one of those feels like, okay, we got to come to an end. And it had, I think, one of the best endings to just an animated comedy show or just an animated show of all time where, and it wasn't like being bombastic or anything like that. I've talked about this before, but it has a really good ending where it ends with Hank and Bobby, but they're two characters who are, yes, father and son, and they have their dynamic and it's dysfunctional, but they have a lot of differences, but they bond over something that they mutually like, which is barbecuing and like making steaks and stuff. And then basically everyone sees what they're doing. They come over to have like a barbecue, and all these other characters from the neighborhood that you've all seen throughout the entire series come down. They prepare this big meal. You get kind of like little small vignette endings for all the character, little explanations for other people. Like Boomhauer is a Texas Ranger and shit. It's like, oh shit. And I really like that. It was just a nice, quiet ending for that series, and I thought they did it well. So King of the Hill is, and also Gravity Falls, which came out like in the early 2010s. I think like 2010, 2014 is when that wrapped up, around that time, 2015, where it's about these, created by Alex Hirsch, who we mentioned before, where it's based on his childhood, where it's about these two characters of Mabel and Dipper, and they go spend the summer with their Grunkle Stan, who runs a kind of tourist trap shop called the Mystery Shack, and they get involved in all these supernatural sci-fi shenanigans. And it was only 2 seasons, but it ended incredibly strong, and it was emotional, and it was very funny, and it had this humor that was adult, and they had a lot of innuendo there. It didn't talk down to kids, and it was great. So yeah, I think Gravity Falls is one of those like, yeah, it's kind of perfect, and it was only 2 seasons. They did it really well. So yeah, in terms of other than live action, I'd say animated, probably King of the Hill or Gravity Falls for me. Jason Bear, Rick and Morty. See, I want to wait until Rick and Morty like finishes, because I really love Rick and Morty as well. Rick and Morty is very, very funny. I just found another good one show that's on Netflix. You know, I've never seen F is for Family. BoJack Horseman was very good. See, BoJack Horseman, like I try to get him, like, this is just sad. When people like say, oh, BoJack Horseman is one of the greatest anime shows of all time, and I tried watching, I'm like, God, this is just fucking depressing. I'm like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. And my friends are like, yeah, it's great. How depressing it is, right? I'm like, no. That's all it is. And I couldn't do it. Clone High is awesome. Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys. Whoa! I love that. I love you. I just like, Bobby. I would like the poo-poo platter. Kennedy is amazing in that show. I love me some fucking Kennedy. Gotta bring Clone High back, chapter 20 fucking years later. Bring that show back. It's nuts. Let's press enough as it is. BoJack makes it. BoJack, I feel like it's almost, of what I have seen, almost like it gets off to being so like, how depressed can we make this show? We can go even deeper. We can make this even more depressed. I'm like, I can't do that. So I don't really get the. You know, a lot of people love BoJack Horseman, but I'm just like, this is just so fucking sad. And I don't know, it's not for me. I'm not the Democrat. Chris, adult themes, it's too much. It's too adult, Naya. It's give me my little rambunctious kids solving mysteries with their Grunkle Stan. Thank you. It's rough to watch. It's pretty fucking rough. But yeah, those are mine, chat. So it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like, that's probably my #1 live action comedy show. And kind of a tie between like King of the Hill and Gravity Falls. I was like, yeah, these are kind of perfect to me. Really goddamn good. Oh, yeah, exactly. The other one, Sarah, is, yeah, Big Mouth is one show I tried to watch, but I was like, I just don't like the. I mean, a lot of people like that show, but there's just, I don't know. Because so many of those, I mean, they're kids and they're preteens. Like, how old are some of the characters when they start out? Daria, spinoff of Beavis and Butthead. Like, how old is those kids are supposed to be, right? They're not supposed to be like 12 or 13. Because they're going through puberty. That's like what the start of the they are not 47. I know they are not 47. I feel like, yeah, he's like 12. And so there's like this whole, because you follow like male and female characters, you know, girls and boys who are going through puberty. And there's this one shot that I was like, this is fucking disturbing to me. Where it's the literal 12-year-old girl talking to her vagina, and her vagina is completely animated, like as a vagina. I'm like, I don't, what the fuck? And so that always, yeah, the one girl that was talking to her vag, I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, the vagina, I was like, I just, you know. And they gave it googly eyes. I'm like, I know you gave it googly eyes and lips, well, additional lips. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't get it. Again, that's one I just don't get. I don't get. I'm not saying that it's like, this is bad, it shouldn't be on TV. I'm just like, it's too much for me. It's too much for me, chat. So yes, as I said, Always Sunny in Philadelphia live action. King of the Hill, Gravity Falls kind of tied for first, or for animated, that is. Now, chat, move on to Vanny's video game question. I really wish Legend. You're too much, Chris. Guess I like Big Mouth's unique approach to identity issues, but I get that it's not fair. Yeah. So, exactly. But video game question. I really wish Legend had turned into a major franchise here in the West. There was an N64 sequel of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. Pronounced Goemon. I nailed it. Yes, I get it. Goemon, yes. But outside of some cameos, that's about it. What other game franchises do you wish took off but never did? Oh, let me tell you. I've talked about this before. Enslaved, Odyssey to the West, chat, Ninja Theory's adaptation of Journey to the West, based on the Chinese mythological legend, where it takes place in a dystopian future. You play a character named Monkey, who is played by Andy Serkis, and you escape from this organization, this group who has control over these mechs, chat, and you manage to escape from this enslavement, basically, vehicle, but you land with another girl named Trip. Trip has placed a slave, I guess like not a crown, but like a control. Yeah, I guess it's like a control helmet on you, and this thing's on you, and she's like, I need you to help me get back to my people. And Monkey's like, I won't fucking do that. She's like, if you don't do it, I'll kill you. He's like, fuck. And so they gotta work together throughout this world, and eventually they come to trust each other, and they fall in love with each other. And the other characters along the way, and it was great gameplay. It was a beautiful world. No one fucking played it except me, and I loved it. I love Enslaved Odyssey, and it ends in a fucking cliffhanger, and it's like, God damn it! And I'm never gonna get that game. I'm never gonna get that sequel. Nerd, goddamn right, I'm a nerd. I love it. I love it. So that always upset me, because there should have been a sequel. It was so goddamn good. And I think after that game, they moved on to DMC, the Devil May Cry reboot. Beautiful game. Lost Odyssey, chat, which back in the Xbox 360 days, Microsoft made a push to promote the Xbox 360 in Japan, but Japan, like, they're just like, we are not interested in your content. They're not even interested in the PS5. They're about that mobile games or PC. But they made a push, and they made a lot of like Eastern-esque titles in a JRPG, which to me was like the best. It was the best Final Fantasy game at that time that was not Final Fantasy. It was the best Final Fantasy game in years that was not called Final Fantasy. I remember it was on 4 fucking discs, and I loved it. I was like, yes, this is what Final Fantasy should be. I love these characters. I love this story. It's so good, and it didn't sell. It didn't sell. Because that's not what kind of the audience eventually wanted for Xbox 360. They wanted Gears. They wanted Halo. Like, those were the 2 big titles on the 360 generation. A lot of shooters, third person, first person. And turn-based RPGs were, JRPGs, Japanese-inspired RPGs, so just weren't, that was what the audience craved. But that was that attempt to get that audience on the 360. I loved it because I was like, yes, this is what I've wanted from Final Fantasy since 9. I wasn't getting at that time. Beautiful fucking game. Mass Quartet, welcome to show. Which game we're talking about? Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey, a long forgotten Xbox 360 game that did not get enough attention, in my opinion. But it was made to get the Japanese audience attention. Just didn't work. They weren't interested in the console. I don't even know what's being talked about. That's fine. Now you're bueno. A couple other ones. I have hope for this one. I do have hope, maybe even for these last 2. But more so this one I'm talking about, Sunset Overdrive, which was made by Insomniac Chat. That was the game that they partnered with Microsoft with, or they published with Microsoft. Or Microsoft published the game, but they developed it exclusively for the Xbox One. I think maybe PC as well. Maybe it was just the Xbox One. Before Insomniac was acquired by Sony, because they were always a second party. They were always like a third, second party developer. They made a lot of games for Sony back in the day, like in the PS2 generation and such. And then obviously the PS3 generation with Resistance and things. But then, the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, then one of the first games that they made for that generation was Sunset Overdrive, which I think, and it wasn't, I don't think the reason why the game didn't sell was its own fault. It was, or Insomniac's fault in any capacity. It was Microsoft's fault, because the perception of Xbox One was so fucking bad at the time because of how they fucked up that total rollout, where it's TV and sports and you always have to be online, which now everyone is, but how they sold and how it's like, they did a horrible job of selling that. And that game and Titanfall also suffered because of that. And it's not the game's fault; it's Microsoft's fault. But Microsoft let Insomniac hold on to the license. They let Insomniac own the license for Sunset Overdrive. So I'm always hoping that maybe one day we'll get a Sunset Overdrive 2 or a Sunset Overdrive subtitle. It'll be exclusive to probably maybe the PS5 or PS5, maybe PC or something, or a PlayStation console. But I'm holding out hope that one day we'll get a look. Because that game was super underrated. It had a huge influence on Spider-Man Chad, the verticality of it, where it's like, yes, it's a post-apocalyptic game, but it's filled with color, and it was irreverent, and that game broke the fourth wall all the time. It talked to you as the player. It circumvented common video game tropes, gameplay tropes, story tropes in video games. Now let people play it, and I'm hoping that it'll get a second life someday, because it absolutely deserves it. Shadows of the Dam is a great one. Shadows of the Dam is great. Nightburn raises his hand. Who? CRS Dreamcast Seaman. No, I'm not making a gross joke. Seaman. New species experiencing our world is interesting. Oh, interesting. That does sound cool. Oh, Beyond Good and Evil. There's a possibility coming with it. Loco, I don't want to tell you to stop hoping, but at this point, Ubisoft is, to me, what they seem so uninterested in making single player games. Everything has to be a live service or multiplayer. And Beyond Good and Evil, I like the original Beyond Good and Evil a lot. And I know they announced it years ago, Beyond Good and Evil 2, but it's been 6 years since they announced that game. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't hold out hope if it comes to anything. If it is, I feel like it won't even be like Beyond Good and Evil. It'll be like a multiplayer thing that they'll leave out to die. The Wolf Among Us already will. I think we're going to be getting a second season. I think that is happening. I think that was announced a while back. It's taken a long fucking time, but we are going to get a Wolf Among Us 2 or season 2 or whatever you want to call it. I'm hoping to that. Dance like Hilly Duff. Wait, dance like Hilly Duff. What are you doing? The last one I want to say is Jade Empire, chat, which was the RPG made by BioWare in between KOTOR and Mass Effect, and it was set in like a mythological, very Eastern influenced world, where borrowed from all these Eastern cultures, Southeast Asian cultures, everything from Japan to Korea, to China, to various other Southeast Asian nations, and I really loved it. I feel like it sold well. I think it reviewed well too. And I always thought like you could definitely return that, because now BioWare is just like, okay, they've gone back, and thankfully it looks like the horizon might be shining on BioWare again. Now that EA is like not doomed them to just make live service games or force live service elements anymore. Like Dragon Age 4, they're like, hey, we're just going to do a single player RPG, not many multiplayer bullshit, thank God. Seems to be the case with Mass Effect as well. So they're working on those two franchises right now. And they got the Star Wars Old Republic MMO. I know KOTOR is being worked on by a different studio. I know that. Aspire, I believe. But who knows? One day I could see them returning the Jade Empire, but probably won't be for a while. I think a proper reboot makes sense, and having it like any connection to the original game, maybe make hints and things to it. But I would love a reboot of Jade Empire. I think it'd be fun, like a Kung Fu. Imagine a Kung Fu RPG with magic and mysticism and stuff, and taken from all these East Asian cultures. But it has like the combat stylings of a Batman game or something, using the Kung Fu, like it moves like that. I think that would be fucking awesome. I would love that. So Telltale, they were gone, but now they're back, but they're owned by a different company now. They're owned by another publisher. So they are coming back. It's just taking them some time. So, but yeah, that I don't think any of the original people from like the owners of Telltale are there. I think it's just they own the name and they're doing they do have control of some of these licenses. So we'll see. Yeah. So they're coming back. We need another Ninja Gaiden Black City. I love the classic side-scroller Ninja Gaidens. A lot of people love the third-person ones that are super hard. The hack and slash. Earthwind. I remember Earthwind Jim. Sleeping Dogs would be awesome. I love Sleeping Dogs. That'd be really cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. Obviously very inspired by GTA. A lot of games, all these developers and publishers say, well, we need our own GTA. I played that. I think that would be cool. Now, Sleeping Dogs was very much a spin-off of something like True Crime, so that'd be cool for me. But yeah, to reiterate, chat, Enslaved Odyssey of the West, Lost Odyssey, Sunset Overdrive, and Jade Empire are games that deserve sequels or franchises, chat. I would love it. Sonic has had enough. Cars That Verde remaster, I wouldn't mind. That would be cool if we see Conquer Return one day. I wouldn't mind that. That's another good one. So, I mean, he did get a sequel. I guess he got a couple games or spinoffs, maybe. But yes, he deserves a proper sequel. Agreed. And now, chat, moving on to the next question from Vanny. Content creator question. Legend has you traveling around Japan, exploring cities, casinos, graveyards, etc. As a content creator, your environments so far have been your personal set and the DT studio. However, that changed this week as we saw you travel to the far-off island called Corey's Garage. That's true. How was the whole change in the entire experience? I felt a sense of accomplishment, chat. I felt so good. Thunder Lee, I'm going to get some sleep. It's 2 a.m. Good night, everyone. Thunder Lee, man, thank you so much for your questions. An absolute pleasure to talk to you earlier on the Discord discourse episode, my friend. Have a great night. Thank you for your generosity here, and thank you for your generosity on Patreon. Cheers and salute to you. Thank you. Alec, I'm going to bed now. Goodbye, Alec. Might get you tomorrow on the show. Tomorrow, good night, chat. Alec, thank you so much. Cheers and salute to you as well. Thank you for your support. But chat. I felt a sense of accomplishment. So you don't know. You need some context. When I was on Thursday, I arrived at Corey's house like I usually do. And when I got in my car, I looked down and I noticed there was this looked like this huge fucking welt on my tire. So I got a pimple. I got a tire pimple. I was like, what the hell is that? And I pressed it and it felt kind of squishy and looked like I could put my hand through. I was like, oh God. And I asked Corey about this thing, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. That probably doesn't sound good. And I looked it up online, and it's very serious. Where these bubbles that can form on your tires, chat, are usually caused by if you hit the curb or you hit something with your tire or a pothole, and they form, and it deteriorates the tire over time until it explodes. Like if you're driving on it, then it'll put that wear and tear, and it'll go on the road. I was like, oh shit. And so you got impregnated. I didn't impregnate my tire. I didn't do that. No. So afterwards, I was like, oh shit, I got to change my tire. I think I had my spare because my tire slashed earlier this fucking year. My tire was slashed earlier this year. And I had to get that replaced. But then I didn't have a spare, but AAA came involved. And so I was like, okay, cool. I got all that taken care of. But I got a tire and I got the tools necessary. And so I was like, well, I don't want to just call them again. I want to do it properly. I want to try to do that. I've never changed a tire in my life. My 30 years on Earth, chat. My 30 years in a few weeks that I've been on Earth. I never changed a tire before. And I did it. I did it. It was hard. It took effort, but I felt a sense of accomplishment, chat. And I was able to get home. And then the next day I went to Goodyear and I bought a new tire, chat. Tires are expensive. $130 for that new tire. But I got it. Got it done. Checked the rest of the car. Make sure it was okay. And I'm glad I didn't get a horrific accident. But no, it was cool. Yeah, be able to do that. I mean, I know a lot of people probably have changed multiple tires throughout their lives, but I didn't. And I was so happy that I looked at my thing. I was able to look at the videos and how to do it. And I mean, we did it. We did it. The tools that they gave me were shitty, though. The crank where I can take the bolts off. And, I was like, God damn. Corey lent me his, which was a lot better, which was like this wrench, which had 4 sides, this, quartet of handles. And that worked out very well. Heading out, Loco. Loco, thank you so much for stopping by the stream. I appreciate if they blow, you could flip your car. Holy shit. I could have flipped my car. Oh, my God. I'm stuck in the wheel against it, bro. Oh, no. I don't like any of those things. Wow. At Mass Quartet, would someone say quartet? Okay. Holy shit, my car could have flipped? Wow. Wow, I am so happy then that I replaced that tire that night. Holy fucking shit, my car could have flipped. Wow. Whew, well, I have a very, I feel an incredible sense of accomplishment, chat, and relief from doing it. I'm glad I'm okay, too. Holy shit. Yeah, I would have been awful. But yeah, it was good. Now I know how to do one, chat. Now I had to change the tire, got the tools to do it. No need to look up any guides. I got this, baby. I got this. I feel pretty good about it. So, yeah. Wait for Chris V. Tire. But I do not want Chris V. Tire Part 4. There's not even a Part 3 yet. We're skipping over Part 3 at this point. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully not. Hopefully not anytime soon. But thank you, Newsy Ducky. Thank you. Thank you guys for all the support. Appreciate that. And the 46% of you who said I could do it. Only 46%. Not even half. I Googled Bubba's and tired. I knew you got. I didn't get it pregnant, Naya. No. I didn't do it. Oh, Lord. Now we got Vanny's last question, chat. My hair is so long, chat. It keeps tickling. You might see me like hitting my or just rubbing my forehead because my little strands of hair are falling down, making my hair, my forehead tickle. Ray Death Ray, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the biddies, good sir, for the 17 biddies of incredible support. Thank you so much, Ray Death Ray. How you doing tonight? Unicorn Pride biddies. Even better. You just say foreskin. No, I said forehead. God damn it. You say forehead skin. I could make it said forehead skin. Oh man, you're getting gross. Getting bullied again. Oh Lord, we're doing a class on glass guess for your ass with a little bit of sass, Ray Death. We're answering questions. It's been fun. Hey, I was rooting for the tire, but then it cheated, so I started rooting for you to kick the rubber's ass. Thank you, Roddy. I appreciate it. You know what you did. No. Music question. Legend's first level theme is one of my favorite chiptune tracks in game. Well, let's give this a little listen, chat. Provide me with the link. I'll go ahead and listen to this. I'm unfamiliar with this game. Let's go ahead and check it out, chat. I am curious. Oh. Here it is. It's 9 minutes. It's kind of funny looking. I want to show you guys the video. It's cute. It's actually cute. Little chibis guys beating the shit out of each other. It's very funny. Goodbye, Taylor Swift and Goat. Goodbye. See you guys. Show you what I'm looking at. Ruffled foreskin. I was jerking it really good. That's adorable. And a pokey stick. He's got a pokey stick. That's fish. Fish. I like it. I like the music, man. Very nice. Very nice. Continue reading the question. Where is the question? Okay. I've asked before about your favorite chiptune tracks, but let's narrow it down to your favorite track from an action game like this or Streets of Rage or Scott Pilgrim. You know, I've never been into like beat 'em ups because I guess this feels like it's taken a little bit of, from beat 'em ups. Like I played like a couple on stream, like a Streets of Rage 4. I think we did that first stream. I was like, all right. I never went back to it. It's like free on Game Pass. But in terms of like chiptune music, I did talk about this. I did mention it. Mega Man 3's Dr. Wily's Stage 2 music is some of the fucking best chiptune music out there, chat. I love this here. Let me go ahead and post this for you guys so you can listen. It is beautiful, chat. It is beautiful. Let's play this. I love this. Oh, it's so good. I would love an orchestral version of this. Thank you very much. Oh. Mega Man 2 and 3 have some excellent music. I mean, the whole Mega Man franchise has some excellent goddamn music. This doesn't count as music. Yes, it does, Susie Ducky. It is music. It is music to me. I love chiptune music. And Mega Man 3 has some great ones. And the Wily Stage 2, that's some good shit. What did I say? Did I call you Carmi Hazel? Who would I take responsibility? What did I do? Take responsibility. What did I do? Did I call you? What did I call you now? Did I call you something else? I called her. Oh, I called you Newsy Ducky. I've never done that before. Oh shit. Maybe I have. I don't remember. Now you brownie Newsy Ducky. I take responsibility. The Ducky Brownie, chat. Chris is drunk. I haven't been drinking. This is water. This is water, chat. Now I've done. Okay. Fair enough. Well, Call Me Hazel hasn't been here for a long time, so I haven't been able to mistake her for Naya Brownie, or you for Call Me Hazel, Naya Brownie. I've been able to do that. Now it's Newsy Ducky now. Now you shall be now known as Newsy Brownie. That's what it has to be. Takes much. What I do? Ricky Nuggets. Welcome to stream. We're doing very well, Ricky Nuggets. And Jason, thank you for the 10 biddies. This is acceptable. Unacceptable? Indeed. Color me Newsy Brownie. I love it. Oh, my God. Hazel's going to be so mad. When she comes back here, you can let her know. Oh, I know she's busy having a life, having a boyfriend or whatever. Oh, my Lord. I apologize. You know what I did. But to continue to answer Vanny's question. Now, when I was thinking of like action themes or action game, like the one that always comes to my mind is Uncharted. I guess that's action adventure, which is a more recent one. So I know it's not like, a chiptune track or anything, but I love me the Uncharted score, chat. As you know. Ooh. Michael, thank you for the minutes. I'm about to leave and watch my Gordon Ramsay YouTube videos. I need to catch up on. Thanks for reminding me about those early. You got one more chance. Thank you, Jason. Have a great night. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I know it's late, chat. I know we're past 1 a.m. We're going on for 3 hours, but we're almost done. We're almost done, Chad. There's we got some questions from Dad Chicken Wing Isaac, which I'll be reading very, very soon. But you know this fucking theme, chat. You've heard this theme, chat. God damn it, Tom Hanks. Him and his dog, chat, and his robot boy. They keep talking about it. They keep showing it. I can watch it at the Draft House, too. But you know this, chat. You know this fucking music. And I got the remix version, chat. I got the super epic orchestral version of the Uncharted theme, chat. Got that piano in it. Thank you for the 10 minutes, Jason. Yes. Mm-hmm. That Halloween theme that sneaks in there occasionally. Thank you, Jason, for another 10 minutes. Almost over. But to me, this is like one of the best video game themes of all time. I absolutely love this score, chat. This piece of music. Uncharted theme's Nate's theme. I'm fighting myself with the mic. It's so badass and it fights against you. Do the whole thing. And it's so goddamn good. Swedish girl! I haven't said anything bad about you tonight. Welcome. We're listening to Uncharted music. Juicy's line. It's been so long. It's been so long. It's so good to see you. Oh, Chaz, some good shit here. I love it. I love that shit, chat. Swedish girl, an absolute pleasure to have you here right now. I was talking about you earlier. I was talking about you earlier. You and Ace Rock was like, where have they gone? And Ace Rock, as soon as I was like talking shit, he arrived. It was amazing. Oh, my Lord. So good. Victor Necrofunk, welcome to stream. I hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. Look at all the fun people we got coming in here. This is amazing. I didn't talk shit about Sweden either. I was very polite. I summoned them. They somehow knew they were going to be here. It was amazing. So cool. But yeah, I just love the Uncharted theme, chat. It's awesome to me. Not exactly, a beat 'em up action theme, but when I think of action themes or action adventure themes, that's the one I always gotta go with, chat. Ricky Nuggets, how many not beers have you had before stream, Chris? You sound very not. I'm not drunk. I'm not. I haven't had any. Well, I had a little bit of alcohol. I had a little bit of Irish coffee. That was a couple hours ago. And I'm just drinking water. This is just plain. Well, this is a little bit of seltzer, flat seltzer water right now. That's all it is. It's a little bit of seltzer water. But that is the last of Vanny's questions. Vanny Sears, thank you so much. I'm not lying. I didn't lie. That is the last of Vanisphere's questions. Vanisphere's, thank you so much for being a subscriber on the Patreon, good sir. Chat, please do check out Vanisphere's streams. Give that man support. Follow, subscribe to him. Donate to him. I'd appreciate it. And now, chat, we've arrived at the last questions of the evening. These are from Isaac Stevenson, also known as Dat Chicken Wang. He has a music question for me, chat. I can answer this very easily, very simply. After the Silk Sonic album released this Friday, kind of thinking my search for album of the year is over. Who did that album? I don't know who this is. Is it a caterpillar? The Silk Sonic? Is it Sonic? I don't fucking know. With all the music we've devoured in the last year, do you have a current favorite album of the year? I haven't listened to a single album. I have not. I have no idea. I don't know. As you guys know, I'm very music illiterate, very ignorant. I've always been very open to cancel huge shit, Chris. Don't bring back cancel huge shit, Chris. Don't do that. My wife told me it's Chris or me. You can only have one of us tonight. I chose you, Chris. Ricky Nuggets. Then I'll entertain you, Sarah and AJ, and I will woo you. It's the least I can do now that you left your wife for me. Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Oh, it's Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. Oh, yes. I've listened to anything you haven't done either. I choose Jenna the Touchy. That's what it is. That's fine. You've chosen wisely, Ricky Nuggets. Wisely. Album of the Year, Guardians of the Galaxy. That one. Boom. Nice little soundtrack right there. I like that. Probably that. Usually it's video game music or film score. I think what's been my favorite film score so far this year? What have I really liked? Oh, Mitchell vs. the Machine has a really good film score. That's high on my list. Godzilla vs. Kong, great fucking soundtrack. Very, very fun. Big fan of that. I like the trailer music used for the trailer. That was a good trailer song. That's it. That's definitely it so far. But yeah, to answer your questions, I just haven't listened to a single album. I want to get more in the music someday, I want to get to a point. I was actually talking to my friend John Romo. He's occasionally popping in the stream sometimes. Might be watching now, might be listening now. I was talking to him about I want to do the whole. I'm dressed for it now. I want to do the whole hipster thing. I want to get me a record player, chat. I want to get a record player, and I want to get some albums on vinyl. I'm going to do that. I actually have a table, so I have an extra computer desk, and I'm going to turn it into a little bar / where I can put my albums and stuff. And I've been thinking I'll put the record player right there, have the albums. I can store them underneath the table, and I can put them out there and put in the record and just, relax. Maybe after a stream or something, listen to some records, have a good drink, have some tea or some cocoa or, whiskey or something, chat. Listen to me. I've been feeling about doing that, but I need recommendations from. This might be fun to do. Recommendations of albums that I should definitely get for the future when I get my little record player. I'm thinking that might be my Christmas present to myself this year. I'm gonna get something, and I want to expose myself to some new things. I think I'm gonna get they're inexpensive. They're not too expensive at all. Buy a record player. So I might do that. And I need your guys' help about buying some records. It'd be really, really good. Eddie Murphy, party all the time. Hell yeah. Yes, that's what I want. Or boogie in your butt. That'd be good. Obviously, I would definitely get Eddie Murphy's record. No question. So that's something I want to do because that's something I've wanted to correct for a long time. Is like that's always been a big point of ignorance with me when it comes to music, and I want to change that for you guys. And so maybe I could start talking about albums and things. I'll talk about like this song or whatever. I won't be able to play a lot of it for you, sadly because of the DMCA's and things. But I don't know, I think that'd be kind of fun. Rick James, oh yeah. So anything, you guys have recommendations? When I get this record player, I'll be like, what should I buy? And I'll take notes of them, chat. Maybe I'll come back and give you my opinions on these albums. Batman Forever, you can sing it, damn. I can sing it. I'll be able to sing it. Yes, I'll be able to do that. I can do the lyrics and everything. And I'll be like, this song is, let me give you a little piece of it. That might be fun, Nia Brown. That's not a bad idea. What if I do it like I review an album, but I sing the songs after I've listened to them? That's not bad. Hipster Chris busting out the record. Yep, exactly. I want to do that. Well, I've always seen like Corey's record player, and it always looks really cool. And I've had other friends that have albums now, and they have record players. Like, that looks neat. I want one. And so I was like, I want to do it this right. I'm going to do it right, chat. I want to be a connoisseur of music. Chasing the Timidity, it goes back to the YouTube video question earlier. There's so much content being pumped out now. It's hard to do it all. I'm busy, and most of my free time is chilling with you, with friends, watching TV movies, or chilling with you guys, ET, and the other streamers who are part of these communities. So I listen to music. I don't listen to every new thing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not looking at like every new album. I'm like, no, show me like the classics, the ones that are like, no, these are like really good. I'm not asking for like the latest thing out there, but yeah, it's something that's like, no, if you're ignorant when it comes to music, you gotta listen to this. At the very least, check this out. Stuff like that, I think it'll be fun. You're welcome again. Thank you, Naya. Make a Discord chat. That'll be good. That's a good idea. I'm getting on Discord chat starting this Monday. I'm going back on Discord. Of all the time when I'm in Chicago to get back on Discord talking to you guys, it's going to be fun. It'll be fun. Jason got the 10 minutes. Listen to classics already. But I have not. Yeah, give me any recommendations, chat. Maybe GTG. All right, guys, I got to go. My depression's been, oh, no. Bugging me some more now. Maybe I can try to sleep. You're having good ass stream as usual in chat. Always a pleasure. Thanks for taking. I'm sorry to hear that, baby GTG. Chat, we can get some Mr. Evan Yates, Mr. Evan Hypes for baby GTG in the chat right now. I would appreciate that. Sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better. Always, this is a safe place for you to be, baby GTG. We can always talk, have these conversations. Again, I like having these back and forth with you guys in the chat. It's fun. Very intimate chat. What if I'm ignorant in general? What advice you have? Just general ignorance, or become more worldly and expose yourself to design. I'm taking the plunge. I want to do it in a nice way. I feel like when I get a record player, I'll be like, and I got to get records for it so I can play music, so I can be exposed to it. So I think that might be fun. And I can share my opinions. Because I want to change some stuff this upcoming new year for maybe some of my content. You guys have always been on me, always been on my ass, chat, always on my cheeks to get into music more. I think this might be a fun way to do it. Maybe I'll start doing music reviews or album reviews and start talking about with you guys about this. I think that'd be cool. I just got one. I always thought Kid Rock was a pretty liberal dude because he said the F word a lot. Boy, he was not. He was not. Thank you, just did minis. First lesson for music, Chris. Don't mix up Michael Murphy and Eddie Jackson. I won't. Hell yeah, it's a safe place. I feel safer here than anywhere else physical I go where I live right. I'm sorry to hear that, baby GGG. Well, again, please do take care of yourself. Listen, I had some depression recently too, and not to say like, well, I feel the same way, but I understand what you're going through. If you ever want to talk, if you want to come back here and just hang out and let me entertain you, serenade you, and woo you, this is a good place to be. So thank you so much. Nia Brownie, fart. And also you can fart. But yeah, moving on from that question, but yeah, I think I've addressed that one. I want to get, because I realized like I have no answer to this. So I was like, but I need to provide thick, girthy, well-endowed answers. And so Isaac, I'm gonna rectify the situation. I'm gonna correct the situation. I told you what I'm gonna do, Chad. I think it's gonna be fun. Yeah, record player. Movies. I remember one of my favorite movie experiences was being with a packed theater for the premiere of Freddy versus Jason, Chad. Great energy and great crowd all around. Do you have any pleasant movie experiences where it felt like being part of a fun audience elevated the experience? Yeah, there's a couple ones. Famously, Chad, the most recent one I could think of like this was, we were all fucking in sync. The energy was we could feel the energy, Chad. Avengers Endgame. I think that's an answer that a lot of people are going to have, but Avengers Endgame was an amazing thing. Just the ending, the portal fucking scene, Chad, when that was happening, it's like, oh my God. We couldn't believe it. On your left, when the fucking Cap, when when the fucking Thor and Cap and Iron Man got their ass kicked by Thanos, throwing them around. Even before that shit, like the scene, like even before the portal scene, when they were fighting Thanos, and when Thor's hammer gets knocked away, and we see someone's lifting it while Thor and Thanos are fighting, and we're like, oh, it's happening. And then when that fucking hammer just hits fucking Thanos in the head, and he looks to see who did it, and fucking Cap catches it, it's like, oh my fucking God, it happened. Oh, rubbing my nips, chat. It was so good. It was so good. It was incredible. It was like this. They did it perfectly as everything I ever wanted it to be. It was such a all these movies, and it was so well earned. And then the portal scene, chat, where it's like, I love him before the portal things happen, where it's Cap. I love that it's Captain America does it, but it's Cap against that fucking army, Thanos and his huge army, and he gets up, he's broke his arms, like fucking got cut open, you can see the bone and meat, and he just puts the shield back on, he tightens it, goes, you know it hurts, and he's like, if I'm gonna fucking go down, I'm gonna go down and fight. And then you hear that little static in his ear, where, it's not Steve, it's me, it's Sam, and he's like, what, and he goes, and then you hear it, on your left, and all these fucking portals open up, and fucking Sam Wilson shoots out as the Falcon, chat, and all these other portals start, and then we see fucking Chadwick Boseman, something in my mouth. And then we see Black Panther, we see Chadwick Boseman chat with Shuri, and then the Wakandians and M'Baku chat, and it's like, oh, and then all the fucking other portals start opening, and we see, the Guardians of the Galaxy, we see Spider-Man, our little baby Spider Boy, and I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. And it's like, oh God, but he's back, he's okay. Howard the Duck has a shotgun chat, and Thanos is like, holy fucking shit. I didn't expect this. Oh no! And then we have a chat where everyone's just all lined up, and Chris Evans, Captain America, he's like, Avengers, assemble! Oh, then bum 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 bum, and everyone's just fucking running. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's so fucking amazing when that happens. It's like, oh, Chad. And Thanos is like, fuck, here we go. Even he's like, okay, all right, we'll try it. We'll see what happens. It was incredible. Just that moment, all leading up to this one fucking moment, Chad, the Infinity Saga, all these different movies and films and characters fighting they met each other, not fighting side by side. It was beautiful. The complete silence, only the bit of dialogue on your left. It was like, yeah, it was so good, Chad. Let me cheer when Captain America. Yeah, same. My audience fucking lost their minds when Cap cheered, and usually it's like, oh, shut up. But it's like, no, you were all fucking cheering. It was fucking nuts, chat. It was nipple rubbing. Oh yeah. Many a baby was made that night, chat. Many a baby was made. I think it was the last movie I remember that cheering. Yeah, agreed. That was the last. I can't remember another time the audience was just like, whoa. And it was earned. It was earned. Everyone was crying except me in the theater. You weren't crying when Fox? Oh, my God. I was crying. I was crying when Iron Man died. I was like, oh, God. That broke me. Life is ass sometimes. Be with friends online in real life. So which girl's correct. Let me cheer when Cap lit the floor hammer. Jason, thank you for the 10 minutes. I started to tear up at Endgame 3 times. Like Will's death and Iron Man's death and funeral. I also teared up at the portal scene, seeing all these characters. Oh, yeah, 11 years. I'm a Marvel fan of the comics and movies. Yeah, it was amazing to see that. I was like, God, they fucking accomplished all of this. Yes, there were stumbles, but my God, wow. Most I ever heard was Star Wars Episode 2 when Yoda took out. I was like, really? Really, that one? Wow, that's nuts. With the little Yoda. Fucking hopping around, fighting old man, CGI, Christopher Lee. Oh. Stabbing at each other. That's funny. But yeah, Avengers Endgame that's number one. Outside of that, I would say The Dark Knight was pretty high on my list. The theater, it was kind of like, I don't know, because I saw the movie like 5 times in the theater. I saw Dark Knight 5 times in the theater. And every time I saw it, the audience was just so fucking into it. Like of all the Joker scenes and things, like it was so quiet during all the major, you could fucking hear a pin drop, chat. And it was like nothing. No one was being this. I feel like we were all like, well, this is something really, truly special. I think the whole audience was like in sync with that. Like the one where I even know the scene. It was a couple of scenes like Joker, but there's that one scene where the Joker was doing his Blair Witch Project thing, where it's the found footage thing. Where he was talking to that guy, the fake Batman, and he's like, "Tell them your name." And he's like, "Brian." "Brian, are you the real Batman?" No. "Why do you dress like him?" And it's like, "Because he's a symbol that we don't have to be afraid of people like you." Oh, you do, Brian. You really do. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Do you think Batman's made Gotham a better place? Look at me. Look at me. And his voice sounds so fucking demonic. And he's like, "This is how crazy Batman's made Gotham. You want order in Gotham, then Batman must take off his mask and turn himself in. Oh, every day 8,000 people will die. Starting tonight, I'm a man of my word." And he just fucking goes like, "Whoa," you hear that guy fucking screaming in the background. He's fucking him up. That was amazing. That was great. A Quiet Place. Oh, everyone was quiet. I was really surprised. Guess they were afraid monsters would get them if they make a noise. That was another one. And Quiet Place is a really good theater because no one fucking talked. Just like, shit. Can't you hear anyone fart? They're like, and then the monster would get you. Man, Heath Ledger was a great Joker, especially when you know he did 10 Things I Hate About You. Yeah, it was amazing. It was like no one expected that from him. It was like, what the fuck? So The Dark Knight was a great theater experience. And a couple of people did cheer, like, holy fucking shit. Like when the truck flipped, that got a huge cheer from the audience. People going, yeah! When the whole thing came down, that got a big cheer from people. People were clapping the end of the movie. I remember that specifically. I'm trying to think of what other. Was there like another scene in that film? Oh, people fucking were clapping like hell when Batman threw the Joker off the building when he inevitably caught him. He's like, "Yeah, fuck that guy." I remember when my fart turned into a shark. That would make you cry too. That would definitely do it. I saw that. My last time I saw The Dark Knight was on IMAX. The 5th time I saw it was in IMAX. I went with my Aunt Liz, who you heard tonight, chat. You might not have, Brown, you weren't here for it. But my Aunt Liz called me, and she was asking about the erotic Sonic fan fiction when I was going to do it. But we went together to go see The Dark Knight for the 5th time in IMAX. It was so much fun. So much fun. Jason Tibbetties, The Force Awakens theater experience was great. It may not be a great movie. I still enjoyed it, though, and the fans were cheering. It also made me laugh when it was when Leia popped up, and when C3 popped up, second Leia in the scene, everyone cheered. No, I agree with you. No, Force Awakens, I was going to put that up there. I was like, because I have another one up here, and I'll tell you about, and it's actually related to something I talked about tonight on Discord Discourse. But Force Awakens, I mean, listen, I don't want to turn this into a Star Wars conversation because it always everyone starts yelling at each other. But The Force Awakens was pretty goddamn entertaining theater experience for me. I like that movie too. I think it's the best of that new trilogy. That laid down a good foundation. It has some flaws, but I still really like that movie a lot. Not a big fan of the other two, but people were fucking into it. People were into it, and like, I mean, we all saw the Falcon again, and when Han Solo and Chewie got there, and that end scene with fucking Luke, I was like, yeah, those words. So you just go, I don't care. all of that was great to me. That got a lot of there was a lot of big moments watching the movie with people, and I saw that one in IMAX too. Yeah, the Red Wedding got an equal and visceral reaction. Oh, I'm sure around the world. Yeah, people watched that together. People were like, what the fuck? I was shocked by that. I couldn't believe it. I was lucky I did not get that spoiled for me beforehand. Not by book fans or anyone else. I was like, oh my God. That is one of the greatest. That is one of the great twists. The Red Wedding. It was, that's probably that was Game of Thrones. Other than maybe the Battle of the Bastards and the episode where fucking Cersei takes everybody out. That might be like the greatest moment of the series. It was fucking incredible. Blew my mind. Force Awakens felt like it was an event. That was an event. That was a culture phenomenon. Quiet Place 2 has been my favorite movie experience post-pandemic. Oh, sure, yeah. Not only is it my favorite movie of the year so far, but everyone was still dead silent except for one dude who dropped his keys in the middle of the film, and everyone was like, fuck, we're dead. Yeah, but yeah, you all die. It's true. Can I see Juicy on IMAX? I wish, West. I wish. Oh, boy. Did you see Lord of the Rings? I did. Yeah, no, I did see it. I saw all 3 in the films in theater, but the thing is, I saw them when I was relatively young. Because the original Fellowship of the Ring came out in 2001, I want to say. And I was like 11 or 12. No, I was 11 or 12 when the movie came out. So I was 11, 12, 13, maybe 14, and I can't remember my theater. I saw them in theater. I know I did, but I don't remember like my theater experience at all. And be completely honest with you, chat. I mean, it was good. It wasn't negative or anything. I love those movies. They're great, but I can't for the life of me remember that theater experience for some reason. I don't know. But I remember really liking them a lot. And I still love them. It's one of the greatest trilogies of all time. Red Wedding, lots of shredding, and a bit of beheading. Oh, is that the little rhyme fans have come up with? That's good. I was your baby. I was a little baby. Yeah, I was an early teen. I was an early teen when I saw those movies. They're not even preteen. Yeah, I was probably like 11, 12, 13 when I saw those films, but they're great. When Get Out the White showed up, I freaked Chris. I'm sure a lot of people did. So I just don't remember. I wish I could go back into my memories and or like go back to the past and just see how I reacted to that movie. But I can't fucking remember. I remember loving it. Definitely that. Maybe want to read the books, read The Hobbit, and all that shit. But I can't remember the theater. I can't remember the theater experience of seeing those movies. But I did see them in theaters. I remember that. Remember that a lot. And the last one I wanted to mention, Chad, this is based on what we were talking about today, part of Discord Discourse. We did a nice, thick, long, girthy, well-endowed, robust conversation about Get Out. And I'll be posting this after I finish Class and Glasscast tonight, Chad. I'll be posting on my Patreon for the $2 tier level. And I gotta upload some of the episodes to YouTube now for free since they've been up there for several weeks now. But Get Out is the most recent one. And Get Out was a really cool theater experience. One, it was just such a great movie. I mean, it thrilled you. It terrified you. It made you laugh. But there was this one thing. I saw the movie twice in theaters. I talked about this today with the people that were there who were participating. Cass Faye and Chris Ayers and Austin and M. Xavier and Thunder Lee and Emily. But there's that scene in the end where Chris is Daniel Kaluuya's character, Chris Washington, is choking out Allison Williams' Rose Armitage. She's one of the villains in the film. And when he's doing that, when he's killing her, choking her to death, suddenly what seems to be a police car rolls up, and you see the flashing lights and the sound it makes. And what's so interesting is typically when the police arrive in a horror film and in the movie, it's like, oh, it's the saviors. They're finally arrived to save us. But the audience, they didn't interpret it that way. What it was then, it was like, oh no, oh geez. It was because the police are there and they're gonna shoot him because it's a black man strangling a white woman. That's what they're gonna see it as. They're not gonna put anything else together, and they're gonna kill him or they're gonna arrest him. That's how it's gonna play out. And I thought, it was like, holy shit. And they're right. And I was the same way. I was like, oh, it's going to get worse. But so often in the movies, the police are always the heroes at the end of the day to save the victims of the killer, of the monster, or what have you, at the end of the film. They're seen they're used as an element of relief. Where in this, it's terror. And it spoke so much of our culture and our society right now. And I thought that was brilliant. And it happened twice. And the next time I went to go see the movie, which was like maybe the week after or something, same fucking experience. And that was brilliant. And that was a really unique, sad theater experience, but also it's like, wow, culturally significant theater experience is what I'll say for me. Thank you, Jason, for the Timmies. Again, that was one of the best movies. Yeah, I said that. I've said that. That is one of my favorite films of the 2010s. That's in my top 10 of the 2010s, chap. Scroll, yep, that's messed up. Kayaka Norori. Kayako, excuse me. Why has none of my fave reviewers talked about my fave movie 2020, Possessor? I've never seen Possessor. I'm sorry. Kayako. I have not seen it. My apologies. A lot of people were vocal when I saw The Ring, not a major in horror, but the theater makes a difference. A lot of people like that. Guys, The Quiet Place was such an intense theater experience for me. That corn silo scene, among others, sent my anxiety through. Oh, yeah, very anxious, very anxiety driving film, if you will. Thank you, Jason, for the 10 minutes. Get Out. Oh, I'm sorry. On the bonus features, there's an alternate. Yep, we talked about the alternate endings today too, where there is that original alternate. That was the original ending with him getting arrested and going to jail, and then there was another one which I knew about it, but I don't know if it was filmed or not. But it was an even darker ending where Rod, his friend Rod, who was about TS motherfucking A, that guy, he goes to the Armitage house and he looks for Chris and he finds Chris, but Chris has been lobotomized and he's one of those guys that's had his brain replaced. And it's like, oh Jesus, and that's how it was gonna end. But they went with the The one that had a more triumphant ending, where it's like, no, he fucking gets away at the end. Thank God. I have not seen Possessor. I'm sorry. Crusaders, I went to see a preview screening of that movie, The Intruder, and everyone was laughing their ass. So Intruder is a funny movie. Nobody was scared of that movie except for one jump scare involving lightning. That's a funny film. That's an example of a good bad movie. It's so bad that it's good. Very good, very good. Get Out was dope, but what? I'm sorry, I haven't seen Possessor. Maybe that'll be one for me to review sometime in the future. I do not like the Paranormal Activities movies, neither do I. But I saw the third in theaters. It was fun time, just funny as hell. People just enjoying it. Nice. Yeah, I mean, an audience. The thing is, audiences are weird. They can either improve a film or they can make it awful. Sometimes an audience can make a bad movie fun. Like, it goes back and forth, chat, constantly. Yeah. Sadly, I think, I've been to a lot more movies where the audience has made it worse. But there have been notable examples that, hey, these were three that the audience made the experience even better. Avengers Endgame, The Dark Knight, and Get Out. All great theater experiences, chat. Thankfully, I've never had a bad theater experience seeing those movies. I saw them multiple times. And this is the last. Is this the last question from Isaac? I think it is. And what is your favorite versus movie or franchise? He puts up some examples, like vs. Predator, Batman v Superman, X-Men vs. Avengers, etc. I would say Captain America Civil War is an exceptionally well-made versus movie. It doesn't have versus in the title, but it's these heroes versing each other. It's Iron Man side versus Captain America side. It's a super, super, super loose adaptation of the Civil War comic from Marvel, which I'm so happy it was super loosely based on it, because the comic, I do not like the comic at all. I was like, fuck, they're going to do this. But they made it better. They made it make sense. And you understood both characters' points of view, where in the comic, Iron Man is very much the villain in that. He's a piece of fucking shit in the comic. Where here it's like, I totally understand Tony Stark's side. I get why he's doing it. It makes sense and why he feels this way. And then I also completely understand why Captain America feels this way, why he wants to do this. And so they balanced that out very well, I thought, in that movie. They just basically, all they did for Civil War, being an adaptation, they just took the name Civil War and they did their own thing. And thank fucking God, because that original book I'm not a fan of. Jason, get to that in just a second. Think of 10 biddies. The next one I would say, and this is a little more dramatic. This is not your typical versus film, but it's an exceptionally well-made versus movie. It's Kramer versus Kramer, chat, with Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep. And it's a 70s drama, and it's about this couple who's going through fucking divorce court. And it's raw, it's emotional, it'll make you upset, but it feels really real. Famously, it also pissed off Meryl Streep, because even Dustin Hoffman physically slapped her in this famous scene, and she did not expect it. She fucking lost it. But it's a great movie. It's a really good movie. Like that one, that's a great versus film. You just want some raw emotional acting. And most recently, one of my favorite movies of the year. I'm sorry, but it is. I think it's so much fun. Godzilla vs. Kong is a fucking blast. I don't think it's as good as maybe Kong Skull Island. I love Kong Skull Island a lot, but it's the monster versus movie in the right direction. And clearly the winning ticket is if you have Kong with you, you're going to be good. I'm not a big fan of Godzilla 2014 or Godzilla King of the Monsters, but Kong and Godzilla vs. Kong are very enjoyable movies. That was a fun experience. We famously did a watch party for that, chat. I got an audio video commentary for it. I got to do a review for it someday. It'll be fun. But yeah, Godzilla vs. Kong is yeah, it's dumb. The human characters aren't all great, but man, those fucking fight scenes and the music and the choreography and the use of lighting and neon. Jesus Christ, Adam Wingard's like, give me all of the neon, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers was like, okay. And they gave him all the neon, chat. And so I'm hoping that Monsterverse continues on, but more in the style of Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs. Kong. I would like that. I would like that a lot. So right there with you, Jason. Civil War's top tier Marvel. That's like in my top 5 Marvel movies. Right there with you. How did I know? Know what? Go versus fish, Dawn of Fence. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Are you a goat? Or are you a fish, Jack? If you're familiar with Psycho Driver, you'll like. I don't know Psycho Driver is either. I don't know these things. Chris Evans versus music is my favorite. That one has been going on for a long time, but I'm going to get the music's always had the advantage over me. But I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna this December, chat, when I buy me my record player for my Christmas present for myself, I'm gonna battle music. Chris v Music 2 will happen, chat. 22. Oh, RD head now. I'll catch you later. Good night, Juicy and Juicy Gang. Good night, RD. I'll actually be wrapping up. I think that was the last question, Chad. That was the last question for the night. Some people will be like, Chris has Godzilla vs. Kong as his favorite movies of the year, but not us. Not us. I have it. It's in my top 10 right now, Chad. Like, I haven't seen that many movies compared to, like, Corey and Martin this year. I've seen more bad movies than good movies, but I'm starting to put my list together. And like I'll tell you. I'll give you more details, Chad, if you want to know what my list is right now in terms of bad movies. And I also put in I'm putting together my video game list, but I got to play Guardians of the Galaxy and Deathloop and stuff. My bad movie list, I'm like, all right, I got this pretty much figured out. I'm going to kind of give you, I'm not going to tell you what's on my bad list, Chad. I'm going to keep that a surprise, but going to give you a few of my good movies, and it's not done by any stretch of the imagination. There's a lot more movies I want to watch before the end of the year, and I will do so, Chad. I might take like a week or like a weekend or something, maybe during the holidays. I'm just like, I'm going to watch like a bunch of films or something. I might try Battlefield. I want to try Battlefield 2042. I've heard like it has some issues right now. Is it out right now? Some people are saying there was issues. So I might wait a little bit before I play that. Maybe I'll wait till December to play it. But where's my list? Okay. So some of you probably know what my list is. Jason with the 10 minutes. This is random, but will you do a Matrix 4 watch party? That might be not a bad idea. I'll consider it. I'm not putting anything in stone right now in that regard, but I'll consider that. And when you gonna start doing songs again? I'm gonna do the songs. I might do a stream tomorrow, either after the Sunday service, because I want to just get some time in with you guys before I head to Chicago. So I might end up doing a short stream tomorrow, and it might just be like hey, we're just talking. And maybe I can do some of the songs then. Because you're right now, Brian, I was talking about the songs. I think that'd be good. Chris, here's like the 10 middies. Speaking of bad movies, just watch the new Home Alone. I have to watch that, by the way. Not only do you feel sorry for the burglars, you're actively rooting for them to kill the kid. Easy fuck you. Yeah, so chat, for the Sunday service, we're reviewing Home Sweet Home Alone, awful title, and that new action movie with The Rock and Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot. We're reviewing those tomorrow. Mr. Remy J, welcome to stream. Hope you're doing well. And Jason, thank you for the 10 biddies. If you watch a bunch of films, I recommend Zola. That's right. Stillwater, 2 great films that haven't been talked about a lot. I heard a lot of good things about Zola. Jaybird, hey chat, what's good, Juicy? How's it going? I hope to see you here in Chicago. I'll be there, man. I'll be there, Jaybird. It's happening. No, Remy J, Jaybird, absolute pleasure to have you here. Just finishing up some questions for Class in a Glass Cast. I just brought up like the best movie so far this year, but I gotta give you like idea of my list. So I already mentioned, I'll mention a couple. I'm not gonna mention all of them, chat. You already know some of them, but Godzilla vs. Kong is on my list. Mitchell's vs. the Machines is my favorite so far. There hasn't been a movie where I think it's better than that. Mitchell's vs. the Machines on my list. Quiet Place Part 2 is on my list. Godzilla vs. Kong, and again, for a more dramatic film that's not really a genre movie, Pig. Nicolas Cage in Pig is excellent, chat. I love that movie. Really recommend that. My son is home by himself. Is that one of the lines in the film? Oh, great. Oh, Lord. Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you everything else that's on my list. I have a couple, but there's some stuff I want to see. I'm trying to think. What else do I have on my list that I haven't seen yet? I'm like, I got to check this out. Like, there's even some other smaller films. Like, there's this Werewolves Within, which is a horror comedy that came out a few months ago. It got, like, great reviews. I want to check that one out. I still want to see Antlers. Ghostbusters Afterlife, Spider-Man No Way Home. There'll be a lot more dramatic movies. So I can't say, Jason. I want to give a few surprises. I've already talked a lot of these films, but you never know. I'll let you know. I'm not going to review what's on my worst of list. I'm going to keep that secret. It's going to be secret, chat. But you could probably guess what some of those films will be. He's like, okay, people, give me your swans. Yeah, give them. Oh, I know. Nia Bowney is the keeper of the swans, chat. She does a really good job of keeping them. But I gotta do them, chat. I gotta do them. But if there's anything else, is there anything else you guys want me to answer before I head out? Sadly, I do gotta get going. It's late, chat. It's almost 2 in the morning. I gotta watch Home Sweet Home Alone. Either tomorrow. I don't know. I might watch it tonight. I might just do it. You said to consult me. I do. I got for the songs. Oh yeah. Yes. I will definitely do that for people who What? I'm sorry. I have a question. Why you hate me so much? I don't hate you. No. I think you're a bully. I think you're a big time bully fart. But other than that, you're pretty cool. You said Newsy had the songs? Oh. Oh. I didn't know I said that. Whoops. Newsy, Naya, they sound similar, you know? Listen. Wow, I've done this twice tonight. Naya Brownie, Newsy Ducky, I take responsibility. I take it. I'm sorry. What was that? What'd I do? Oh, God. Uh-oh. If I keep going longer, chat, I'm gonna keep confusing more people. Oh, let's see you make an appearance in the match. Sure, yeah. I think that'd be fun. I know Sammy Salmon, he just got a fucking sponsorship deal. I saw that. What's he got? Dollar Shave Club? What's he doing? I saw he posted that about on his social media. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. Good for him. No, writes a song about crazy. No, too late. Damn it. Oh, my Lord. But any other questions, chat, before I leave and have to take more responsibility? You know, I like Newsy to be in charge of the songs when I'm out here because of the schools. That's fine. Because of the schools, Nia Brownie's taking schools about maths, and she might not always be here because she's busy doing homeworks and stuff. In the meantime, I will allow Newsy Ducky to handle the signs. That'd be fine. Usually, I'm not drunk. I've been drinking water. This is water. This isn't like gin or vodka. Well, thank you, Mr. Remy J. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's good. His ass is good. Days, bad days. Today's a pretty good day. Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Oh, the purpose of life, man. Do what you do. Do what you want to do. Have fun. Fall in love. Have a family. If you want to do that, or do what's best for you. You know what the purpose of life is? Do what's best for you. Do what makes you happy, as long as it doesn't harm anyone else. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Love and be loved. You deserve it. That's it. Where does the baby come out? Comes out of the front poop slot. Comes out of the front hole. I have been told. That's where babies come from. Oh, any more questions? Any more? They talk about, Trisco's like, no. Dude, it makes you have real orgasms. That's pretty good, too. Has a movie ever been saved for you by having a hot chick in it? No. No, or like a hot person in general, maybe male or female. No. Nothing's, I can't think of anything. Nothing's coming to mind. Mr. Remy J, thank you. My young wine daddy. I don't know when the next one's going to come out, man. It's been so long. We need more scripts. We need people to submit scripts. Are you looking to fatten up a lady soon? Maybe. So she'll never leave me. That'd be perfect. I think Naya Brownie's a feeder. I see what this is all about. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, I can't, Nothing's coming to mind. No. Nope. I don't know. There it is. I knew it, Chad. I knew it. Oh, Lord. I think I kind of saved the stream with my good looks. Hell yeah, I did. Don't point at me, Chris. Oh, my Lord. This has been excellent. This has been so much fun, guys. So many kind words. So many wonderful jokes and statements made that were fun. Tracy is Chris is going to make his wife look like the merchant. What are you buying? What are you selling? Oh, if she can have that, like I smoke, 2 packs a day for the past 50 years kind of voice, that's hot to me. That's really fucking. That's like Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Bros. I was like, hell yeah. I'm all about that. But I don't have any examples, man. No. Not really. I mean, I'm sure there's been like, she's pretty, but the movie sucks. Sure. Not that it saved it. She's going to look like the Duke Smother Me in Mayo, Chris. Oh, probably. You'll never leave me now. Oh, my God. Makes it right. Yeah, Rosalind. Yeah, is it Rosalind from, Monsters, Inc.? I'm always watching, Wazowski. Always watching. I love her. She's great. She's like the hottest character in that movie, chat. This is fucking slug woman. Oh, my God. Oh, Bitcoin or Ethereum or SHIB. Gotta go with that SHIB, man. Gotta go with that Doge. I got fucking shares in Doge. I hope it goes up again. I really hope so. I like to make another, I like to make some money on the Doge, chat. I need the ship to get to fucking what is it? Robinhood. I can buy that. I need that. I need so that I can buy it and I can make a lot of money and retire early. And then I don't have to worry about money anymore, Chad. I can make some money on that Doge or on that SHIB. Oh, I got Doge. You got Doge too, Casfe? Where are you at on the Doge? What did you? I shouldn't ask financial information, but yeah, I need that to increase. Thank you very much. I'm right there with you. Need that to go up. Can we get to it? Can we get Diamond Hands? Diamond Hands? Can we get it at least to $1? Can we at least get to like $1 this year? If they could, listen, I'll tell you what. If they can get to if that could, fingers crossed, right? $1, it would be amazing. I know it probably will never happen, but if it can get up to $5, oh my God, that'd be. I would be through the fucking moon about that. I would be over the moon, rocking hands, diamonds, chat to the moon, baby. I'm bullish about it. I'm just gonna suck a dad. Okay, on that note, best I could do is 0.0001. Listen, if I can buy SHIB for that right now and then it gets to like 5 cents, I'd be like, okay, I'm a millionaire. That's all I need to do, chat. Vroom, vroom to the moon. Oh my, that's all I need. Same here, I would probably lose my shit. It gets to $5, chat. If Doge can get to $5, I know we're talking stocks right now, but in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, but oh my God. I would love it. Someday, chat, someday. I'll let you know. You'll know when Doge hits it big because you'll see me fucking freaking out one day. Make that money, baby. You invest in other stuff too? Yeah, I got some investments in some other platforms. I'm always kicking myself though to this day that I sold my Netflix stock. Okay, what's Netflix sitting at right now? We're getting into some stocks, chat. So I do have some money invested. So Netflix stock. Netflix is at $682 right now. I remember selling Netflix stock for like $250. And I'm like, you fucking moron. I sold my Netflix stock like, I don't know how many years ago, but I'm like, oh, and it's tripled. It's like fucking tripled since then. Oh, tell some jokes. I'm sorry. I'm getting I shouldn't talk. You don't know this about me. She goes like, I've had enough of this fucking stock cryptocurrency bullshit. Gotta buy and hold. Oh, I'm holding. I ain't selling my Doge. That's in there forever until it actually makes it. So we'll see. I'm sorry. I don't mean to go in and throw a pie. I'm sorry. Oh Lord, I gotta get going. Just what happens when you're up till like 2 in the morning. You start talking about Steve's. You're selling Netflix stocks. That was a joke. Yeah, I was dumb for doing that. Oh, get out of here. I gotta get going, Chad. Thank you for all your support tonight. Seriously, I'm gonna thank you guys individually. But we had some amazing donators here today. Thank you, Jason. Thank you. Who else has been donating, Chad? Thank you, Glee, for all the generosity. Dad, Chicken Wing, Isaac, Giant Elf Man, Soldier Blue, Bikura Walmy, Ice Fran, Vanispheres, everyone who's been doing, Chris Ayers, Mr. Remy J, everyone who's been so kind tonight, chat. John Mathis, as I said before, Ace Rock, thank you. Soldier Blue, thank you. Absolutely incredible chat. Thank you. Ray Deather, it was an absolute pleasure to have you. Ricky Nuggets, come to bed, honey. I got the water, bed nice and warm for us tonight. Ooh, that sounds nice. Very nice, yeah. I'll probably watch, I don't know if I can do it tonight. It's 2 a.m. Can I do my Home Alone? I might just fucking do it, chat. I'm still talking. I still got the energy in me right now. Maybe I can do it, chat. I got to get going. Good night, Christopher. Good night, sweet, moist feeder dreams. Oh. Oh, my Lord, chat. I got to get going before we get even more depraved and sexual.